What's up, everybody? It is Thursday night, 9 p.m. East Coast time, and it is the Mike and Mish show. What's going on, Mike?
What's good, Kyle?
Same old shit. Just another Thursday. We got another big show tonight. We got Melvin Guillard coming on. We got Pittman coming on. We got Kaleb Harris coming on back to back to back. Looking forward to talking to all three of them. Before we do, we got to shout our sponsors real quick. First and foremost, we have The Fighter's Friend. Go to thefightersfriend.com. Use promo code MISH20. Buy some medibles, medicated vapes, some CBD rub, some I don't know what else the hell they sell because we can't use any of their goddamn products because we are active duty military members. But
soon we can though.
Shout out to Fighter's Friend. Go to fightersfriend.com, promo code MISH20, get 20% off your purchase, and take care of yourself. Next up, Next Level Sups. Next Level Elite, nextlevelsups.com/Mike and Mish. Use promo code MISH10. Buy yourself some protein, test boost, sleep aid, brain food, get skinny, get jacked, all that shit. That's the place you want to go. Use promo code MISH10 and get 10% off your purchase. And last but not least, Massage Therafix, Jackie Holden, best in the business. She can find your trigger points. She can get rid of pain relief therapy through Massage Therafix, Jackie Holden. If you are a soldier or a veteran, go to www.holdenhandsmassage.com. If you're a non-military person, non-veteran, that's okay. Go to massagetherapix.com and make yourself an appointment with Miss Jackie. With that said, why don't we get right into it with Mr. Melvin Guillard? What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right, our first guest of the evening, the young assassin himself, a MMA veteran of many years, over I think 60. He has 60 fights, maybe. I know he has 7 bare knuckle fights. He's had a rough run with some officiating lately. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But he has a huge fight coming up against another legend in the sport, Mr. Joe Riggs, Diesel himself, and let's talk to Mr. Melvin Guillard. What's going on, Melvin? How are you, sir?
I'm good, guys. How y'all doing?
I am good. Mike is doing good, I think. I think he has himself maybe a little cocktail. I don't know. But
I do.
So how are you doing, sir? You got a big fight coming up. You excited to break in Montana for the sport of bare knuckle. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it's all good. Crazy to say that because my very first title I ever won was in Montana. I was about Montana. And actually, it was the first time I actually met Joe Riggs.
No kidding.
And so it's kind of coming back full circle. That first place we ever met, first place I ever won a title.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is crazy. You know, what this crazy world we live in. Now, Joe Riggs, he just came off a really tough fight with Mr. Hector Lombard. What did you think about that Hector Lombard fight with Joe Riggs?
Hector's a tough guy. I trained with Hector for about 8 years now. And Miami, tough guy. I mean, Joe Riggs, he's a game opponent, man, but I'm me.
Melvin, you are falling in and out audio wise. Do you have any headphones or can you hold the phone?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better.
There you go.
Yeah, I had my speaker. My speaker was
disconnected.
My Bluetooth speaker was on. But yeah,
way better.
Joe's a game opponent, but I'm me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come to fight. I always come to fight. I always bring the fireworks. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, a fight's a fight. I don't really look at. I don't ever care about who I'm fighting. I just love the fight. Most fighters, they start trying to pick names out of the hat, who they want to fight, who they don't want to fight. I'm already hearing stories that Joe is ducking certain guys. Lorenzo Hunt to be exact. I heard he's ducking Lorenzo, so I don't know what that's about. I'm just repeating what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not one of those fighters. I don't duck anybody. I come to fight, and come October 9th, I plan on knocking Joe out, man. It is what it is.
Well, Melvin, if you ask Lorenzo, Joe Riggs is not the only person ducking him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is what it is, man. But I mean, I had that problem in the UFC. I had that problem with guys ducking me. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys duck each other. I ended up getting extra fights because of it. You know what I mean? In the fight world, I mean, I've been doing this since I was 16. I turned pro when I was 16 years old.
Damn.
I'm 39 now.
Wow.
I look at it like this. I have well over 200 fights, and I look at it like, the reason I've been so blessed to have over 200 fights and I've only lost 20 fights in my career is because I fight who I fight. You know what I mean? I come to fight. I'm a fighter. Guys that want to pick and choose who they fight, how they fight, I don't respect them as fighters. You know what I mean? I think you should get in the ring and just fight. Win, lose, or draw, man. We warriors. That's back in the Roman Empire days and all those days, nobody got to pick and choose their battles on the battlefield. You just fought. You fight to the death. You go home, fuck this 10 wives or whatever you have laying there, and then you go back out and do it all over again.
That's why that's like weight classes in like real life. If you're in a bar fight, if you're in a bar and you get into a little tussle with somebody, you don't call timeout and ask them what weight he is.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've actually had guys in bars call timeout, not to ask weight, but it's just the whole fact of getting tired. You know what I mean? And I pride myself on my stamina. You know what I mean? Being a stamina king, it helps in the bed, out the bed, at the bar, whatever. But fight, because to be honest, that's what fighting is. It's about having gas in the gas tank. I mean, it doesn't matter who's the biggest. It always matters who can go the longest.
You got a lot of people in the comment section saying hello to you. You got Kevin Smith in there saying you're a fucking OG. You got Tony Loco Soto saying that's the man right there. Everyone's saying hello, Melvin.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are part of my management team. Kevin's my manager right now. With brothers, but it's like this, man. I'm a fighter. I mean, I'm not done. I moved over from MMA to bare knuckle. I've been doing bare knuckle for the past 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, to be corrected, my professional record in bare knuckle is 10-4. All right, it should be 10-3, but they still have yet to overturn that last fight, which I don't understand why. But there's no way they can call that a loss because the guy wasn't down. First of all, second of all, I didn't even land the last punch. So, with that being said, I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
Speaking about those fights, I actually have them on cue right now because I want to show the viewers both of these fights, the last two fights, and how ridiculous that I believe it's ridiculous. I know Kyle thinks it's ridiculous. And look, we're two amongst many.
Anybody that's a fight fan or anybody that knows what fighting is, that knows even just a little bit of rules of fighting, will know that both of those fights were bullshit, and both of those judges should be fired. I mean, both of those referees should be fired. They don't, and I mean, that's not even MMA rules. That was boxing rules.
Right.
Boxing is one of the oldest sports in America, in the world. If you can't get that right, how are you going to get anything else right?
Right. So the first one is I got you and Oshag, right? So let me pull this up real quick. And there's a point that I didn't realize till today, but I'll stop it when it gets there. So.
Yeah.
And up until that point, you were winning that fight. You were looking great in that fight.
Yeah, a couple of good shots. So you're leaning up against the ropes right here. That stopped you, and you kind of slide down slightly, and then you're stuck. You try to, you're sliding down. So you hit it, you slide down a little bit right there.
Right. I slid down so I could slide underneath his punches so that he wouldn't melee me. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to give up. I'm going to give up this down. So now I'm behind in this round. So now I got to get up and steal the round back. That's what was going through my mind because I knew I was going to get an 8 count.
And you were blocking all those last shots.
Right. He didn't even hit me. He wasn't even hitting me. He was hitting my hand. My hand was blocking. He never hurt me, not one time. And then a lot of those punches were kind of winged over the back of my head at the same time. So, yes, he never hurt me. I was never hurt. The initial punch that rocked me, it didn't even really hurt me. It just kind of stumbled me back because if you notice right before that interaction, I actually rocked him and I was actually pursuing him. I was actually on a hunt for him at the time. And then he ended up catching me and backed me up. When he backed me up, I fell off balance. So that's why I set because I figure if I sit, it's like in practice. If you get hit with a good shot, you take a knee, boom. You know what I'm saying? You take that knee. Basically, I was taking a knee, but I sat down instead. And then I'm waiting on the referee to just start counting. So now in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm down. It's a 10-8 round. I got to steal the round back. How do I get the round back? That's what was going through my mind.
Right. The ref kind of comes in right here. And this is what I noticed today. And I'm going to try to pause it. So here comes the ref. He's breaking it up. Now your head is down, so you can't see him, but you probably see his foot. You know, he's breaking it up or whatever. I'm going to try to pause it. See your hand right there? Yes. As soon as he starts breaking it up, you throw your hand out like this, like, dude, what the hell's going on? You know, why didn't you stop it? You hit me like 5 times.
Because he's letting him hit me while I'm down, and that wasn't supposed to go like that. That's not MMA. It's boxing.
And then he just waves it off. Wait, what?
Right.
I don't get it.
Because in MMA, it will be ground and pound. Even in MMA, I've never got stuck in a situation where I was on the cage getting pounded. And if I was, I put my thumb up to Herb Dean or whoever's reffing and say, hey, I'm good. You know, but I'm still blocking because if you take your fucking hand away, you're going to get hit. So if somebody's working for a choke and they can't get it, I can't take my hand away and put my thumb up. But they do always tell us, hey, if you're in trouble, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're okay. All right. I'm a vocal guy. I mean, even in a lot of my UFC fights, if you ask Herb Dean that, because he's reffed a lot of my fights. Hey, Herb, I'm good. Herb, I'm good. I'm down there talking to whatever ref, Rosenthal, Herb, didn't matter who it was, because those refs would also come into the locker room before the fight and say, hey, this is what I expect. This is what I don't expect. Neither one of those referees that ref my last 2 fights came in my locker room and spoke to me about shit.
Well, the second one was even more egregious than the first one. And the thing is about your second fucked up call by the referee, I believe that you acted.
Babe.
Hey.
Hello.
No. I think that maybe somewhere subconsciously in your mind, you were remembering what happened to you in the last fight. So in this one, you're like, fuck it, man. I'm going to keep on going because that's what fucking O'Shaughnessy was doing on me.
Right.
So I might as well just.
Well, it wasn't even that. You know what I mean? The thing was going through my mind was he was still up off the damn mat. His knee wasn't down. His hand wasn't down. Okay. So he's not down yet. So I'm looking at the referee. I'm sitting back looking like, are you going to stop the fight? You know what I mean? Like jump in and wave the fight off. But jump in and give him an 8 count. Because I saw at the end of the first round, Harrison didn't want to fight no more. I saw it in his eyes at the end of the first round. He was already mentally beat. He was physically beat. Like, you just know. I mean, I've been around this game for way too long not to know when somebody don't want to fight. The kid didn't want to fight anymore. He had given up. All right. I'm surprised he even came off the bench. All right. But then 15 seconds into the first round, I put him down. The ref's supposed to jump in and like start counting. The referee's back there trying to point at the. Now that I looked at the video, he's pointing at the ground like he's down. He's down. No, he wasn't. His knees were still up. His hands were still up.
Ridiculous.
All right. He's leaning on the rope. That's fine. But if you want to call that down, then he's down. All right. Then that's the referee's job to do his job. It's not my job. If you're going to stand there and not ref, then hey, I'm going to take another swing. Right as I'm taking the swing, the referee yells at me. And that's why I missed my target, because I took my eyes off him and I looked at the ref, and at the same time I was swinging. So it actually benefited me at the time because I didn't hit him. But then the ref tells me, oh, you hit him, you're disqualified. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I fucking my arm went through the rope. I swung so hard, I fell through the rope almost. How the fuck did I hit him? So now I'm arguing with the ref, and now the referee's telling me, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, you don't talk to me like that.
Yes.
I'm a grown fucking man. I'll slap you in your fucking mouth. I don't care if you're the referee right now. All right. If I have to take my suspension, I'll take my suspension, but you're not going to talk to me like I'm a fucking child. I'm not your child. So me and the referee were having words. Now, mind you, I wasn't aware that his knees wasn't all the way down until I actually watched the video. But at the same time, in that moment that night, it was the referee's job to stop the fight. It wasn't my job. Like, it's my job to fight. When I'm fighting, it's the referee's job to save your life, not mine. That's what we have a referee for. If it was a street fight, I'll just kick his ass and just put my boot in his mouth if I wanted to until the fucking cops show up. That's what we got referees for, am I right?
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm going to show it right now, and everything that you said just now, we're going to see it in living color.
Yeah, the whole world seen it.
Here comes the ref. Telling you to shut up there.
Yeah.
And he actually says, I was standing 2 feet.
I was standing two feet away from you. Shut up.
Yeah.
My
So
hand
clearly,
went
if
across
he's
the
2
foot.
feet away, how's he breaking
Now
the
watch.
fight?
This the best view. This the best camera view. Watch where my hand go. Well, actually, now it's another angle.
Good one.
There's actually an angle that's a better. I have the angle. It's on my face. On my this one right here. This the angle right here.
Yep.
You see my hand go past his face?
Yeah. And there's another one coming up.
A fucking blind person can see that. This the video I have on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, right past him.
Now he's yelling way over there. You're not even looking at him. His job is to run over and get
His job is
between
to run up and jump in the way and jump on me. You like grab me, do something. He's just standing there.
And he was not 2 feet away from you. He was more like 4 or 5 feet
Right.
away from you.
It doesn't matter, bro. Look, this is not the first time. This is not the first or second time in the state of Mississippi I've gotten a shitty call. This has happened in my earlier career fighting in Mississippi at the Bourvage for FFC. This ain't the first time this has happened, bro. And I'm from down south. I'm an hour and a half away from where I fought, where I grew up at. Okay. Lou, the South is just it is what it is, bro. It's the South. You know what I mean? I live in Denver now, but I'm not stupid. I'm born and raised in New Orleans. I know what real racism look like. I know what it is. I can tell what it is from a mile away. The referee, he had it out for me. For some reason, I don't even, like I said, the man did not even come into my locker room and have a meeting with me about what his expectations are as a ref, what he's going to be looking for as a ref. He didn't do any of that. I have never. This is 2 fights in a row. This happened in those Henderson fight too. Neither one of those referees came in my locker room. I have been fighting for 23 years professionally. I have not ever not had a referee not come into my locker room and tell me what his expectations are as a referee until my last 2 fights in Mississippi.
I can't even understand that at all. It's fucking so fucked up.
I'm just saying every referee is different.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Every referee is different. Every human being refs a fight differently. All right. I've had Big John McCarthy. I've had Herb Dean. I've had Josh Rosenthal. I've had every referee that ever refed any of my fights, even in Japan. Even in freaking Japan, when I fought Gomi, I had a Japanese ref, but I had a Japanese translator. He came in and told me what he expected, what he didn't expect, and I was way overseas. I come home, I'm in my own backyard, 2 fights in a row. No referee tells me what the expectations are, but as soon as something goes wrong, first my fight get waved off, and then now I get accused of an illegal shot, which that never happened.
One of the biggest things that gets me, though, is why he didn't go up to you guys and separate you. I mean, that is like that physicality should happen with the ref because of what he's reffing a fight. There are 2 people. They're in the heat of the moment. Some people are blackout. They're just swinging. They're just trying to kill someone until they, you got to win, right? In MMA, and I've said this is one of the examples I've used. Are you going to scream at Derek Lewis from 4 feet away and say, hey, stop, he's done, while he's just bouncing someone's head off the canvas? He's going to kill somebody by the time he hears you.
The thing is, you're a referee. You get paid to ref a fight. All right. You got one of the easiest jobs. I'm the fighter. I got the hardest part of the job. I'm the one in there doing all the work. All you're doing is overseeing what the work is being done. It's your job to say, hey, stop, okay, he's good, or hey, he had enough, or hey, let me start counting. You have the easiest job in the world. I mean, and then it's on top of that, it's bare knuckle boxing. It's not even MMA. I think MMA referees have a harder job than fucking boxing or bare knuckle boxing.
I agree with you.
Because you have to know how to watch for everything. I mean, I've seen guys get choked out. You don't even know they're out. But I'm watching fights from TV, from my TV set, and like, dude, the ref needs to stop that. That guy's out. Like, his whole body's limp. Referees are just standing there. I don't know what they focus on at times, but they have a harder job to referee MMA because somebody might have you in a chokehold. You might not be out. I've been caught in situations where I was being choked, but I'm not out. But I've never had a referee prematurely stop my fight either. I give them a thumbs up, and I go right back to fighting. I go right back to hand fighting, doing whatever I need to do. With bare knuckle boxing, with boxing, it is so blatantly obvious if somebody's down, if somebody's up. If somebody's down, you start counting. If you start counting, cool. I already know I'm behind now. It's a 10-8 round. I got to win this round back. If I can't win the round, I at least want to get the round to be a draw. I got to make something big happen. That's the kind of fighter I am. If you do me something, I'm gonna do it back to you 100 times better. So that way now we're even. Even if I don't win that round, I still wanted to walk out of that round with it being a 8-8 round or a 9-9 round. You see what I'm saying? Because technically he's already knocked me on my ass. I'm already sitting on the rope, so I'm down. So let me take my L. Let me take my little L right here. I'm gonna take this little loss. But I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to equal that loss in that round. But when I only got 2 minutes to do it, so time's against me. You know what I mean? And I as a fighter, I know how to work the clock. I know I pay attention to the clock. I got my cornerman clocking me anyway, telling me, hey, you're a minute left. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know when to put my foot on the gas pedal. I've always fought like that, even in the UFC. You know what I mean? My cornermen are clocking me, and they're telling me, hey, Mel, you down 2 minutes. You got 3 minutes left. Hey, Mel, you got 1 minute left in this round. That's how do you guys think I know when to turn it up and when not? Yeah. It's because if I know I'm down on a scorecard, I got to steal this round back.
Right.
So Melvin, are either one of those still being appealed, or are you?
Yes, man. My management's working on it.
They're still in appeal.
The last fight should definitely be appealed already. I don't know if it's done yet, but it should be overturned already, if I'm not mistaken. And then the O'Shenderson fight, I don't know what's going on with that. But to be honest, after I knock out Joe Riggs, because I mean, more than likely, I'm end up fighting back in Mississippi, and I like fighting in Mississippi because I'm from New Orleans. I mean, O'Shenderson is from Slidell. We both right there. You know, like my whole family, my whole neighborhood, all my hood, everybody came to my last fight. My last 2 fights, actually. You know what I'm saying? So for me, fighting Mississippi is my backyard right now until they pass a right for us to fight in Louisiana in New Orleans. Once that happens, I'll be fighting in my hometown all the time. But right now, I think the only way I want to settle this O'Shenderson fight is that I want a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Because when I went back to Biloxi this last fight, I thought I was rematching O'Shenderson, but that didn't happen. So I was wondering why. I was kind of dumbfounded, like, why am I not fighting him again? Because it was a bad call. Everybody knew it. David knew it. The owner, Mr. Philbin, he knew it. Everybody knew it was a bad call. Why am I not fighting this dude again? You know what I mean? It should be a freaking rematch. So after I knock out Riggs, I want to fight Shenderson again. I want to go back home and fight him down home again.
Melvin, what weight class are you and Joe fighting at?
Well, we're fighting at 85. But technically speaking, my last fight was supposed to be my last fight at 85. I took 2 years off cutting weight. You know, it was when I stopped MMA, I got tired of cutting weight. So that's why I've been fighting up at 85. All right, for everybody to know the real truth of why I'm fighting so heavy. I've been cutting weight since I was in high school. You know what I mean? So I mean, cutting all these big weight cuts, you know, in my 30s, it took the fun out of it. It takes the fun out of the fight for me because I'm more worried about making weight and eating and dieting than I am the actual fight. So now I'm done taking a break from cutting weight after this fight. Cause to be honest, I walk around at 85. I'm like probably 86, 87 at the most right now. And I'm still a half a month out from the fight. You know what I mean? I'm not that big of a guy, but I don't mind fighting bigger guys because even for this fight, I want to come in a little bit lighter than 85. And that's only because I'd rather be quicker than the bigger guy than stronger than the bigger guy. Plus, I hit like a Mack truck anyway, so I'm not worried about that. I can knock a 200-pound guy out if I wanted to. So I never had problems with my power. I'd rather be smaller and quicker than bigger and slower. You know what I mean? Your
approach is very similar to Houston Alexander's approach against Wes Combs last event.
Yeah.
Houston came in at 199, fought Wes Combs at like 220, and was a stronger, faster guy.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, that's the way I've always fought. I mean, even when I fought briefly in the UFC at 170, I always came in under. I was always like 165, you know, somewhere like that. And then when they put 55ers back in, I mean, I became the bigger, stronger guy, but I was still quicker than most guys I fought. So fighting 155 always played good in my favor. But fighting at 85, and for bare knuckle anyway, because, you know, I fought Israel at 85 in MMA, and that was the last fight in MMA I said I would ever fight 85. I had never been so overwhelmed and outgunned. You know, I told that kid that he was going to be a UFC middleweight champion, and I was right.
He's nasty. Did the BKFC present this fight to you guys at 185, or was it?
I mean, yeah,
choice?
it was called to me at 85.
Okay,
so that's the weight I'm gonna be showing up at. I'm pretty sure Joe is a lot bigger. Joe's a big guy. He's always been a big guy, so he'll be cutting weight. Me, not so much.
Yeah. So what I was going to ask you is because everybody with two working eyeballs saw that you were winning both of your last two fights, even though you got the L on the official scorecards.
Yeah.
Everybody could see that you were winning those fights. Did you think that, like, if you go out there and knock out Riggs, do you think that you're a fight away from Thiago Alves for a 175 or a 175 title shot, maybe?
Of course. I mean, look, this is the game. You know what I mean? I have 9 titles altogether over my 23-year span. I didn't get a chance to fight for the UFC title, so nobody can ever hold that over my head. And that's because even when I had my 7-fight win streak, and then I lost to Joe Lozon, you know, that was taken away from me. I've never been given a UFC title shot. I never was given a Bellator title shot. So missing those 2 belts in my stable, it's all good. I'm not tripping, but I am chasing the BKF title. You know what I mean? That's going to be at least the last part of my legacy, ending on a high note, is that I can finish out BKFC winning the 175 title and hopefully the 165 title, because after I win the title at 175, I want to drop to 65. You know, and who knows? I might double back up to 85. I can fight 83 of these weight classes with no problem. I don't care about how big a guy is. I don't care about how strong a guy is. I know what I bring to the table. You know, and I haven't lost a step. I mean, I've only been KO'd one time in my whole career, and that was in Mongolia, over in China. So I haven't been knocked out. I haven't been hit much. I mean, shit. My last fight, I literally walked out with just a busted lip. You know what I mean? And that's bare knuckle. So I still got a lot of gas in the tank. I'm ready to fight. You know what I mean? I took a break from cutting weight. That shit's over. My vacation is done. You know what I mean? I just want to get back to winning. I'm pissed about the last 2 fights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed about the refereeing. You know what I mean? But there's no point in me sitting here crying about it. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna go out and get the knockout victories that I know I can get, that everybody expects me to get. And then next thing I know, the bigger money will start rolling in. You know what I mean? So right now, that's gonna be the end of my legacy right there. Me knocking people out in bare knuckle. Because for me, people treat bare knuckle like it's a boxing fight. It's not boxing. It's a fucking street fight. All right? You fight like a street fighter, you win. Everybody coming there trying to be all technical with boxing. It's not a boxing fight, man. But you got to be aggressive, man. You got to be aggressive. Sometimes overly aggressive. You know what I mean? Like over in the UK when I was fighting over there, shit, I've had fights where I had guys not even want to come out their corner after. You know what I mean? Yeah. Plus, I mean, I have a lot of UK fighter friends over there, so I'm not speaking to the ones that I know can fight. But there are a lot of UK fighters over there. They won't answer the call to come out the corner, bro. And I've seen it more times than none. And in one show, I would see probably about maybe out of 13 fights, you would see at least 6 or 7 fights. I'm not throwing a jab at the UK fighters, but over there, it was a lot easier. You know what I mean? Honestly, Jim Sweeney became one of my good friends, and we hated each other in the beginning. But one of those fights were definitely my fight, and they gave it to him. So, you know, me telling Sweeney right now, hey, if you ever want to come to the U.S. and fight, you should come to the BKFC, or y'all should merge the BKFC with BKB. You know what I'm saying? Do us versus them, a world title fight for each one of us, so that way I can go over there and get my reparations for that fight too, because he owed me a fight. But it wasn't his fault. It's his lame ass promoter's fault.
So Melvin, we're all super excited about you fighting Joe Riggs at 185, but you're saying that you're done with your break from weight cuts. Is 175 as low as you'll cut, or would you go all the way down to 165?
No, I'll go to 65 eventually. I will, because I can make 65. Now, if you ask me to make 55, that's not going to happen.
No, like, so like a 165 fight against Elvin Brito.
But I will in the future, in the near future, be fighting at 75, and then I'll drop I'll drop to 65. Now, when it comes to Thiago, he's another former teammate, sparring partner. You know what I mean? I sparred with him for years at American Top Team. He's actually a good friend of mine. You know, I mean, shit, I'm fighting Joe. I mean, I always consider Joe a friend over the years of fighting. We've been on a lot of cards together. We fought together. This is the first time we're fighting each other. But if I had to count how many friends I fought in this business, Joe would be number 8. Riggs would be friend number 8 that I'm fighting if I'm gonna consider him a friend, you know, of the sport. So for me, man, I'm a competitor. I'm an athlete. You know, it's all about business. You know what I mean? It's nothing personal. There's no hard feelings. You know, I have no hard feelings, no ill will towards Joe either. You know what I mean? I have nothing bad to say about the guy. I've watched his career. I watched his career over the years. I'm a big fan of his. You know what I mean? I've always rooted for him up until right now.
Absolutely, man.
Understandable.
Yo, and we're big fans of you and his. We cannot wait to see this main event fight in BKFC Fight Night in Montana, October 9th. Everybody go get the app and pay attention to this fight because it's going to be a banger. And Melvin has said it about 19 times tonight. He's knocking Joe Riggs out on October 9th. Friends or not, you're knocking him out, right?
I got to send a message, man. I got to send a strong message. And it's nothing personal towards Joe. It's more for my own personal benefit. You know, people thinking I'm done. You know, you should see some of the shit I read. People, oh, Melvin, you should be done. You should wrap it up. Let me tell you something. I've been doing this since I was 14. I started fighting MMA when I was 14 in a bar, underground, with my dad sitting there as parental permission to fight. I turned pro when I was 16 because I beat up a pro fighter who fight fell out. I was upstairs in the gym training. And I remember my manager at the time, Joanna Kona, coming to me and say, "Hey, you want to fight tonight?" I said, "Yeah." I beat this guy up and knocked him out in like less than a minute. And I watched this guy get paid $1,500. This was back in 2000. I'm gonna say 2001, 2000 or 99, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I watched this guy get paid $1,500, and I got paid $200 under the table. You know, that was how I turned pro. I went upstairs. I went downstairs to the bar, got my dad, who was having a drink. I said, "Pops, come up here." He came upstairs. My dad signed my license. I signed my license. That's how I turned pro at 16 years old. All right. I come to fight. I'm a fighter. And I want to make all the money I can on my way out the door. I got nothing ill towards Joe. But come October 9th, I'm going to knock Joe fucking head off his shoulders to send a strong message to everybody else in the BKFC or anybody in bare knuckle that think they want to fight me. I'm going to send a strong message. And Joe's the perfect candidate for me to send this message, because if I did that to Harrison like I did, without the disqualification, nobody's gonna turn a brown eye to that. Nobody's gonna care that I knocked his head off. I was supposed to knock his head off. But a guy like Joe Riggs, that's a lot of real estate right there. And I'm gonna collect on that real estate.
Keenan Ivory Waynes is gonna come walking out in a mailman costume and say, "Message."
Yeah.
All right. So,
and like I said, man, I hope Joe's watching this. I hope he know what my mindset is, because I'm expecting the best Joe Riggs there is. I'm not expecting nothing less, and I hope he's not expecting nothing less. One of us going down, and it ain't gonna be me.
Well,
somebody going to the hospital. The only way I'm going to the hospital is to go get my hands looked at, like I always have to do, because these my money makers right here. I know it's ugly, but it's the only fat bitch you ever see me laying next to right here.
All right, my man. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Right now, if you have any sponsors or anyone that you want to shout out, please take some time.
Man, I'm just going to spot out my management team, Smith Brothers, Kevin. They're doing a great job, bro. You know what I mean? He's really been looking out for me. You know, a lot of people gave up on me, you know, after leaving the UFC. A lot of people gave up on me when I took a couple of years taking losses and taking L's and fights I shouldn't have lost. You know, me being lazy, not wanting to hit that retire button, because fighters that retire come back, they fuck with their own minds. I stayed in the game. I stayed fighting, even with me losing fights that I should have won because I wasn't training right. It's all good. But this man gave me a chance. He got back. He started backing me. He's bringing me sponsorships in right now. And to be honest, man, I'm happy. I'm just ready to go out and fight. I just want to fight and win. You know what I mean? I don't want to just fight anymore. I want to get back to winning, but I want to get back to knocking people the fuck out. Because when I was knocking people out, everybody loved you. But this time around, everybody else that comes back around, I'm gonna just give them the finger and tell them get the fuck out of my face because I don't want no new friends. If you ain't already in my corner, stay the fuck out of my corner.
No new friends. All right, man. That was great. Everybody pay attention to Melvin versus Joe Riggs, October 9th in Billings. Is it Billings?
Billings. Yeah, it's Billings.
Billings, Montana.
Hey, and one more shout out to my neighborhood, my trade first posse back home in New Orleans, in Kenner, the Kenner City boys. Misunderstood. I'm always wearing the gear now. You guys always see me with the misunderstood gear on. That's my neighborhood. That's my people. You know what I'm saying? I always rep home. We take care of our home. You know what I'm saying? And we doing this not only for myself, but for a lot of the kids in my neighborhood at the playground, at the same playground I came up at. We all like to give back where I'm from. And this part of me, this me now giving back to my neighborhood, to the kids that look up to me where I'm from.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Melvin. Thanks for coming on and best of luck. You sound super motivated, but we can't wait to see you.
Hey, I'll talk to you guys after I knock Riggs out.
All right.
That's a day. All right.
Later.
All right. That was
highly motivated to get out there and knock out Joe Riggs, huh? Holy shit.
He seems pretty fucking fired up. And why wouldn't you be after getting hosed by fucking referees 2 fights in a row? Like absolute. And then we didn't even bring it up to him. We did not bring it up to him, but like one event later, Houston Alexander, who we had on the show last night. Houston is awesome. We love Houston Alexander, but Houston Alexander demolished Wes Combs for the second shot that was absolutely illegal.
Dropped an atomic bomb on his face.
Dropped a fucking Hendo bomb, the H bomb on him, and didn't get disqualified. So we didn't ask Melvin about that. I mean, like,
I think we had him going enough with the 2 clips there.
Yeah,
we brought him back to a place he probably wants to forget.
Absolutely. Everybody go follow Melvin and pay attention to his fight October 9th. And shout out to Kevin Smith for getting him on there. But Kevin Smith, he's not done with this evening. We got another guest tonight. We just talked to him like 2-3 weeks ago, actually, after a very impressive, victorious performance at BKFC 20 against Derek Finley, right?
Mm-hmm.
He went in there. He showed up. He showed out. He showed that Derek Finley was going up against a true veteran of the bare knuckle game. His name is Kaleb Lionheart Harris, and he is back on the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Here he is. What's going on, Kaleb? How are you, man?
What's up, guys?
Back.
Hello.
Back with your boys. What's up, man? Are you busy? You been busy?
Man, just working on the new gym, working on the business, and just enjoying myself right now.
Now, I feel like we just talked to you, which we kind of just did about 3 weeks ago, but you were extremely impressive in that fight. I feel like you took no damage. Are we do you have any new fights coming up anytime soon? Anything in talks right now?
Talks. I mean, I may mention another fight. December in New Mexico.
Hey, Kaleb, you're breaking up a little bit here. We're losing you. I don't know if you can
hear me.
Yeah, you were just breaking up big time. We didn't hear a word.
All right.
You fell into the matrix.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Look at you. Kaleb gets better every time. Look at you. What's up?
But
here you go.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Okay. I was about to say, that kind of threw me for a loop there.
That's the
damn
internet.
That's the internet, man. The internet, these live shows, the internet will fuck you left and right. But we're back. You're clear. What you been up to?
So talking about the fight, I've made mention that I wanted to fight on the December card, but that's about it. I mean, if I can't get a fight, then I'll wait until the beginning of next year. But other than that, just like I said, just living life. I got a few teammates that are fighting the next couple of weekends, so looking forward to just going and relaxing and watching the fights.
Now, did you get any injuries to your hands during that fight against Finley? Is that why you don't want to fight till December, or?
No. I
Take a little time off.
Came out of a really hard fight camp. Like I said, my best friend and coach Dustin is making his second pro fight on October, and I just kind of wanted to be around to help him get ready for his stuff for a change instead of him constantly having to worry about my butt.
Right. So is there somebody in particular that may or may not be in the comments section right now that you're going to be trying to fight in December?
I mean, I don't know who's in the comments, but I mean, we got 1, 2, and 3. And so, I mean, if I'm wanting to move up the ladder and BKFC's willing to let me move myself up the ladder, it's going to be between numbers 1 and 3 for the 165. So that's either Elvin, and if me and Elvin fight again, that's got to be a title fight. And you know, we fought a couple fights ago and came to a split decision his way. I always said I wanted to run it back. Now we're sitting here at number 1 and number 2, and you know, everybody keeps feeding in these tryout guys, which, you know, they've earned their shot, but you got tryout guys fighting against top 5 guys. And like, you know, we want to see somebody's name by that C. And if not, then I mean, I'm down to fight whoever, as long as the money's right. And as long as it's a fun fight, I'm willing to make it.
Elvin was the fight that I was hoping you would say. That's the one I want to see. I think a lot of people want to see that. And yes, it should be for the title if it does happen. When it does happen.
When it does happen, it absolutely should not be a tournament at this point. Like, I know that they like to say that they want to do tournaments for new titles, and they don't have a 165 title right now. But when you look at the 165 division, there's nobody that has earned the opportunity to fight for a belt other than the two of you guys. Like, in that, maybe Joe Elmore could get thrown in that mix.
And Ehlers was mentioned now that he might be back or he's not back. It's very confusing. So I kind of don't.
But it's
know what's going on.
It's a two-headed. It's a two-person race right there, and you guys, like you said, you guys have fought once before. It was a split decision, but you have looked better and better ever since. And you look better than ever in your last fight. You looked so goddamn comfortable in the ring against Finley. And it was almost effortless for you, honestly. Like, I know you might have took a few shots here and there, but yeah, would you agree? Would you agree? Did you feel more comfortable than ever inside the squared circle in that last performance?
Oh, as far as being inside the squared circle, most definitely. The more and more I fight in there, the more comfortable I get. I mean, that becomes my home away from home. But especially with this fight, even with Finley, the longer the fight went on, the more confident I grew. The more, and I wouldn't say I felt effortless by no means, because I mean, he's a game guy. And I mean, he's deadly to the last punch. But I put all my effort in the gym leading up to the fight so that it would look effortless. That's the whole point. That's what fighters are supposed to do. They're supposed to be able to make a fight look effortless because they busted their ass 24/7 during their fight camps.
Now, you have just recently signed with a new management company, correct?
Yes, Smith Brothers Combat.
Kevin Smith Brothers Combat. Those guys are, I'm going to take a quick second to shout out those guys, because Smith Brothers have really been hitching their wagon to some of the fucking best names out there. We just had one on right now, Melvin Guillard, but now he's got you. He's got Lorenzo. He's got Crystal Pittman, who's going to be making her debut. Jay Fish, Zion Tomlinson. The Smith Brothers Combat Sports have quite the stable right now. And like, honestly,
John Lee Chalbeck, right?
John Lee Chalbeck. I see 2, 3, 4 champions in the future, including yourself. You, Lorenzo, John Lee Chalbeck. You guys are all championship material. How did you end up hooking up with Kevin Smith? Did he approach you? Like, how did that marriage come about?
So what happened was I was originally signed with First Round Management. And I just didn't feel I was getting what I wanted or needed out of a management with them. Not to talk bad about first round management or even the guy that managed me, but it just wasn't working for me. So I actually, before the Noah Cutter fight, terminated with them and just decided I was back to doing it myself. I did for a while, but the more and more I got to looking at how, like, some of the guys you mentioned, Lorenzo, Elvin, all of them guys, I'm trying to figure out what's between the difference between me and them, and why I'm not, selling out more tickets and this, that, and the other, and hiking up. Because I mean, no fighter wants to admit it, but in the fight game nowadays, you can be an amazing fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't either beat the right people or have a crap ton of followers, nobody's looking at you. And so, yeah, I needed somebody that could push me, that could advertise basically the Lionheart for fighting. And I thought about it for a while and saw Kevin at a fight one night and said, "Hey, I want to talk to you." And I think it took another 2 weeks after the fight for us to actually connect.
Mm-hmm.
But we just got to talking, and I feel like he's going to do for me what I expect out of a manager and a management company. And he's already, in the less than a month that I've been signed with him, proved that. So
good. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, man. So are you going to take like any cues from like the biggest superstars in the world and start throwing monster cans at people, or maybe like a dolly through a bus window?
Yeah.
No.
I
mean,
come on.
Only if I can't get to my breakfast in the morning.
Yeah. Cut a man off from his
Someone
breakfast
will die.
and you get fucking stabbed in the neck.
Someone will die.
But no, and I mean, it's just it's sad that that's part of how they look. It doesn't matter who you beat. It matters about your following now, and that sucks. And I think that's why a lot of great fighters aren't getting recognized in bigger promotions.
Social media is a pain in the ass.
It's a mega power, though.
It
tough, really is.
But it's a must-have. It's something nowadays you just have to have it. I was talking to a guy today at work, and he was kind of saying, like, I still got the old flip phone and this and that. And he's an older dude, and I'm like, it's cool because it is a huge distraction and all, but in today's world, like, you need to keep up. If you want to be a step ahead of everyone else, a step above, you need it. You have to have it. You have to be on there. You have to constantly be promoting yourself. And it is a pain in the ass. So having somebody to do it for you, or at least to be there to help you do it and tag team it, it's a must have.
It's almost like,
do it.
Honestly, it's like,
unnecessary. It's a necessary evil is what it is.
No, it is a necessary evil, but it's also like, if you are somebody who is not a social media person, right, and you fucking hate going on there, it's almost to the point where you need to fucking hire somebody to just straight up post for you daily. Or
I know fighters that basically do that. I mean, they have their own social media, but as far as like pushing for them, doing the posts, looking for fights and this, that, and the other, they have somebody for them to do that, so that way they don't have to worry about it.
When I was mentioning all the Smith brothers fighters earlier, I failed to mention one that absolutely smoked Dakota Cochran last
That's right.
Mike Richmond, between Jesus Christ, Lorenzo Hunt, Mike Richmond, Kaleb Harris, John Lee Chalbeck, Jay Fish. You guys got a fucking Zion Tomlinson. You guys got a stacked team there. It's amazing. The Smith brothers are doing really great things. Now, are you going to be making any appearances at any of the events like coming up? The ones that you're not fighting at, you said you have teammates. Are you going to be in their corner? Are you going to be at the events?
Yes. Like I'm gonna be cornering my coach Dustin October 9th here in Jackson in my home, basically right in my backyard. So I've just been focusing on that. I mean, if the money's where I can, I may try and make it to one of the BKFC fights. But I mean, right now I'm coming to an end with my lawn care business. So just trying to keep everything at a decent rate so the bills get paid.
Yeah. Right. And Lorenzo Hunt, who is a Smith Brothers fighter as well, he's like the best of the best when it comes to that, to self-promoting. And he's at every single event. He's in the crowd talking to people. He's taking pictures. He's got a charity event going on.
He's on a show now.
He's on a show. Yeah, he's on the show with what is MMA News or whatever with Susan Singari. Yeah. It's like, take a page out of Lorenzo if you wanna push your brand and really put your name out there and grow your audience. Like, that's a guy that you want to hit yourself to right there. Other than that, what else you got going on? You said you have your lawn care business. That's coming to an end. You don't. Where do you live?
I live in Pearl, Mississippi now. I'm from Lake Mississippi.
I was gonna say, because up here, all the lawn care landscaper guys during the warm weather months, they just transition right into like snow plowing and shit.
And leaves right now. It's got the leaf cleanup,
leaf removal. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Unfortunately, I don't think snow plowing is going to work too well down here in the South.
You could just come up here for a little bit and make some money. You can make some serious dough up here doing that shit.
That's an idea.
Kaleb, you can just come up to my yard, remove all my leaves, and plow my driveway. I'll give you $100.
What?
Big spender over here. Yeah.
I'm on my way.
$100. Fuck. Anyways, man. So Mike drummed up some would you rather questions
for people
to grow your audience. Yeah, so to grow your audience and to get you to get people to know you a little better, we're gonna ask you some would you rathers. What do you think about that?
I'm scared.
Okay, number one.
Don't be too scared. You know what I'm saying? I figured because we did 10 speed round questions last time, that we'll switch it up this time. Why not?
Yeah, here we go. Would you rather fall into a gorilla or a lion exhibit?
I guess I'm probably going to go with the gorilla just because maybe I can grapple it, but I'm probably going to be dead either way.
Do you remember Harambe?
Or I'm going to be remembered as the guy that killed Harambe.
Yeah, Harambe will grab you by your foot and drag you through the fucking water, bro.
Harambe will tear your arms off of your body in a split second and beat you over the head with them. That's how crazy that these gorillas, think about chimps can do that. Never mind like a silverback. They'll just punch a hole straight through your chest. You won't even move. It's crazy. Like a cartoon. Goosh.
All right, number 2, Mike.
Scary shit. Number 2. Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout for the rest of your life?
You ask any of my close friends, they say I'm always shouting. So I guess I might as well just always be able to shout so everybody will hear me.
Shout. Well, I'm a shouter myself. My wife's a whisperer, and I yell at her like a fucking asshole, like on a daily basis, because she talks so goddamn quiet all the time. And then she's like, "Are you even listening? Are you even listening to anything I'm saying?" I'm like, are you, can you listen to yourself for a fucking second? Say something to Nolan. Yeah, he didn't fucking hear you. That's a conversation between me and my wife almost every day. All right, number 3. Would you rather live in a real life version of Jurassic Park or The Walking Dead?
Probably Jurassic Park. Be kind of cool to grow up hunting dinosaurs.
Interesting. I feel like it would be much easier to just stab a fucking walker in the head.
Yeah, but who wants to do the easy thing?
I don't know. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I want to ride a dang dinosaur.
All right, number 4.
Would you rather always say what you're thinking or never be able to speak again?
I wouldn't have any friends if I said everything that I was thinking. So probably not able to speak. I just learned sign language.
I think about some fucked up shit. I know I'd be tossed out if I lose my job tomorrow.
I was going to say, wouldn't you lose all your friends if you never spoke again?
No, you can sign.
It's a double-edged sword, I think.
People can't talk, you know?
And the last one, you are now signed to the Smith Brothers Combat Sports. Would you rather fight Mike Richmond or Lorenzo Hunt?
Ooh. Well, we already seen Lorenzo Hunt got cardio for days, so probably Mike Richmond so I could just run around the ring.
Well, you don't think that Marine has cardio?
He's run around the desert.
Yeah.
With full battle rattle.
No. Hey, we'll talk to Mike. We'll get that set up. All right.
Yeah, they better be bringing a real big paycheck.
Oh man, that's awesome.
There was bonus. There was a bonus. There was one that I was thinking about putting in, but we only did 5 because we had 3 people on tonight, so we didn't do 10. But I was thinking of there was one that was like, would you rather accidentally like your ex's photo on Instagram or send a sext to your mom? Shit.
You know, I don't have to live. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave town.
Yeah,
that's a bad one, man. Like,
it's toughy.
Not to mention, like that's just bad. But I definitely probably accidentally like the ex's picture. I'd have a hard time explaining that. But
how about this one? How about this? Would you rather have your parents walk in on you having sex with your girl? Yeah. Or would you rather walk in on your parents having sex?
Right. Yeah.
Well, they didn't walk in while it was happening, but there weren't any blankets left, and my mom happened to open the door up. So,
oh shit! So this happened.
Yeah, that happened.
It's real life.
And
shit.
What's cool is what's cool is about my mom is that didn't say a word, nothing, went all day long, and like don't even remember what I was saying. I said something about making sure you knock. She goes, "Yeah, learned that last night when I was like, oh, my bad."
Dude, that's fucking awesome. You know, back in the day when I was like probably my senior year of high school, I would slide my bed in front of my door. So if like my parents would try to open the door up, it would hit the bed. So I'd slide my bed in front of the door and I would be in there with my girlfriend. And my dad would come by at like 9 o'clock at night and he'd be like, "Good night, Kyle." I'd be like, "Good night, Dad." He'd go, "Good night, Jessica." And she'd go, "Good night, Tom." And we'd be like dead in the middle of something. And we just pause real quick.
Mid-stroke, as they say.
Yeah. Mid-stroke, as they say. And like she would say goodnight to my father real quick. And yeah, man. So anybody watching out there, if you're not a fan of Kaleb Harris, man, he can come on our show. He can have these conversations about dumb shit like this. You should have fans everywhere. So get out there, market yourself. Make Kevin Smith earn his fucking paycheck because you know how lazy that goddamn guy is.
Yeah, I'm a little sick and tired of it. Actually, I've been looking at it and I've been meaning to say something. So I'm glad Kyle did.
I'm a little offended by a lot of the things that he says to me.
Well, that's about normal nowadays.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. We love Kevin, man. He's the shit.
Oh yeah,
and we're really glad that you hooked up with him. And whoa!
Hey, he said, "Fuck this." He just talk shit about Kevin. I'm out. That's my manager. See, he ruined everything. Kyle, you just ruined it.
Do you think Kevin hung that up? Somehow Kevin got control of Kaleb's phone and fucking hung it up because we were shitting on fucking Kev for a second there.
Yeah, that's unreal.
Unreal.
I can't even believe it.
Look at that. Would you just look at it?
Can you just? The first thing I would do when he popped off the screen is I looked at it and I said, what the hell is going on?
And then
here?
you were like,
look at that.
Would you look at it?
Oh man, well, maybe he'll come back on so we can say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
We have one more guest to go for the evening.
We do.
And hey, guys, did anybody notice what I'm wearing?
Yes, somebody did, and somebody said they wanted it. Actually, I think it was Andrew Toppin said, Kyle, I need that hoodie.
Hey, hold up. Check this out.
So there will be a website that we will be releasing soon. We were waiting for all these products to come in so that we could see what the quality was and make sure that we're not selling just complete crap to everybody. So there will be a website that comes out soon, and there's going to be mugs, sweatshirts, hats, gym bags, Camelback water bottles, like good shit. So
snapback hats, scullies, tank tops, crotchless panties, assless
chaps. Yep, assless chaps.
Condoms. Even though we don't believe in those things, we're gonna have Mish. No, I'm just fucking around. We don't have assless chaps or crotchless panties or any of that shit, but all the normal stuff, like to dress like a normal human being, we're gonna have all of that. It's gonna be awesome, man. And
yes, it is.
And like Mike said, the website has been built for like a friggin' month now, and we're just waiting for all the products to come in so we could product test them, because we will not sell bullshit to our supporters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what the excuse is too. This is the excuse of the
hey DJ Tony. I'll fucking
wish.com.
Wish.com/mission accomplished.
I got a good story about wish.com. We got a friend at work that came in one day, right? And he's got a micro SD cards, right? He's got a micro SD. And
Susan wants a set of titty tassels.
Titty tassels. I like the D's, titty tassels.
Titty.
I don't think that Susan's going to be too happy with Joe. This guy comes in my shop, right? And I'm going to tell you, so he comes in and he's got a micro SD card, right? And he's like talking, and I overhear him, and he says it's a 1 terabyte micro SD card. And like, I was like immediately my head was like, bing. So basically I know that like 1 terabyte micro SD, first of all, is like, it's newer. And if you're going to get at this point, when this happened, this was like it was new back then. And nobody had released it yet except one company. I think it was SanDisk, and it was like $700 or something like that, right? So I was like, dude, where the hell did you get that? He goes, oh, I got it off wish.com. And I said, how much did you spend? He says $20. And I was like, no, that's not real. It's fake. A terabyte for a micro SD. So he goes, yes, I bought 4 of them for $20. And I went, wait a second. So you're trying to, I thought it was ridiculous that was $20 to begin with. He said he bought 4 for fucking $20. So $5 for a 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte micro SDs. I was like, no, absolutely not happening. That's fucking impossible, considering there's only one company that announced it, and it's going to come out in May. And this was like March, right? So guess what happened? I go online, I look it up. It's fake. Okay. It is fake. And then what they do is they just program the card to say that there's 1 terabyte. And as you save things, it erases the other stuff. So it's only actually like 8 gigabytes. So hold on, Mike's speaking nerd. It's actually speaking geek. Get your words right.
So Joe Ivy says she needs a translator because she's asking you if micro SD is code for something.
Hold on a second.
I've been trying to think
in this day and age.
What can the micro SD
You don't know
mean?
what a micro SD card or a gigabyte is? You're in big trouble.
Mike, is that a micro suck a motherfucking dick? It's a micro dick suck? Is that that would be a micro DS. I don't know.
Calm down.
Hey. Comment the fuck down.
It's not nerds. It's called geeks.
Geeks. Fuck.
Nerds are like people be hitting the books hard, like all crazy and shit with the tape around their glasses and shit. Geeks are people who are into like video games and computers and shit like that, which would be me.
Oh my god.
Know what I'm saying?
Really? There's a difference between
There's a difference between a geek and a nerd. A nerd is Revenge of the Nerds. Like the nerds. They're nerds. You know, like that. Like they're fucking wrapped up in like 17 coats for winter and shit with mittens over gloves. You know what I'm saying? tape around the. That's a nerd. That's a Revenge of the Nerds.
The
pocket protector. Yes, that's a nerd. A nerd, like holy, carrying like 75 books with a backpack on.
You know what? I had a board game back in the day. It was called Dweebs, Geeks, and Weirdos. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
I don't even remember how to fucking play it, but it was
Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby.
Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby. Yes, there's a fucking game, dude, and the board was like long, and you had your little things on this end, like a Monopoly, the little figurine things, and then you had like draw cards, and like you would move forward or move back, and be like, oh, you got kicked off the math club, move back fucking 3 spaces or whatever. It was like Dweebs, Geeks, and Weirdos. I'm gonna look that shit up, man. I bet you that somebody look that up on Google right now. Somebody in the comments section do that shit. And Crystal Pittman is supposed to be coming on right now.
Yeah. So Kaleb left, and really quick before we move on, let's put this at the bottom of the screen: Veteran Crisis Line phone number, a national call center for homeless veterans, because we know that a lot of people are out there, they're having issues, they might be afraid to talk to somebody. There's always somebody to talk to. Call those numbers if you're having an issue, because I know that Harris would want to put this word out, and because he is all about suicide awareness and suicide prevention. So, and as are we, being military, we deal with this all the time, and I know not just military deals with it. So everybody, we got an issue, say something.
We just had a suicide in the Connecticut National Guard 2 weeks ago, and it was like a fucking standout soldier. Now this is proof positive that you can never fucking see it coming with somebody that needs help. So this was a kid that had just gotten out of school. He was like commandant's list, fucking honor grad, a real high speed hoo fucking soldier. Came home from school, reported to the unit, and blah, 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 blah. Boom, fucking takes his own life. So, I mean, everybody, keep your eyes open and fucking listen to your friends. Listen to your friends and your family and really fucking pay attention.
Be the asshole.
Yeah, be the asshole.
Be the asshole.
It's okay to ask them. You know what I mean?
You might have to be an asshole, and it might feel like shit, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
So,
hey. So we're still waiting on Crystal Pittman, and she's going to come on because she loves us.
Yep, she'll be here.
And if she doesn't come on, we're going to just assume that she doesn't love us anymore, and we're going to root for Jade.
Yep.
Take that, Kevin.
I wasn't rooting for anybody, Kyle.
I know, I'm just fucking around. We don't root for nobody over here, but we needed to tell Crystal what Jade said about her last night on our program.
Crystal doesn't watch our show anymore, and I'm a little upset. And we're going to have to confront her about this and ask her why she doesn't have any time for us anymore.
Crystal is definitely worth the wait. She absolutely is. And she'll be on here soon. But, hey, why don't we do a little UFC talk before Crystal comes on? Let's fucking shoehorn some UFC. Dude, Nick Diaz is making his return to the UFC tonight. This weekend after fucking, 5-6 years off? Last time he fought was Anderson Silva. He lost.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this fight against Robbie Lawler, who happens to be one of my all-time favorite fighters? Robbie Lawler. Love ruthless Robbie Lawler. I think it's a bad matchup for Nick on his first fight back. I think Nick is looking a little heavy. The fact that he just said like a month ago that he could come back and fight at 155 and challenge Khabib. And now they're supposed to fight at 170 pounds, him and Ruthless. And then 4 days before the fucking weigh-ins, he says, I can't make 170. Let's do it at middleweight. And you know what Ruthless Robert Lawler says? I don't give a fuck. Let's do it. I'll fight anywhere, anytime, any weight, whatever. What do you think about that, man?
I think that Lawler is probably like, fuck yeah, I don't want to do that shit. Why the hell would I want to do that? Okay, so I can just go through the rest of the week and just be chilling until we have to fight. I mean, that's like a fucking blessing, I feel like. It might feel even better, might be as close to 100% as he could be, So I think it makes him even more dangerous at this point than he would have been if he had to cut weight, Now we have Nick Diaz, who seems to have been selling wolf tickets. If the pictures that I saw earlier are real, and that he was all cut up and shit,
Shredded.
you look like he was shredded. He's been training, And I looked at him today. He's got a body like me. What's up with that shit?
Whoa, Mike, you're shredded, bro. You're like more shredded than a Julian salad, dog.
Yeah, man.
What's
more
your secret,
shredded.
bro? Any
well,
tips?
I'll tell you
Any
what.
tips?
It's cereal before bed every night. Coffee in the morning. Know what I'm saying?
Hey, no. So, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this. That a month ago on Unlocking the Cage with Jimmy Smith, I called that radio station. They were the topic of conversation was
Kyle's famous.
No, not really. But the UFC, the topic was, does the UFC devalue their titles? And I said, yes, they do. I called it and I said, listen, not only, okay, they absolutely do, because they have superstars and they have champions, and they do not treat their champions like superstars. If that makes sense, they don't.
Sense.
So, and I said to Jimmy, I said, and I will prove that at UFC 266, when Nick Diaz makes his return, he will make more money than every single fighter that is involved in a title fight that night. Volkanovski, Ortega, Shevchenko, Lauren Murphy, not one of them will make even close to the money that Nick Diaz makes that night, proving that being a superstar is much more important than having a fucking title or even fighting for a title. And Jimmy said, I think you're absolutely correct. You need to call me back the Tuesday after the event. So next Tuesday, I'll be calling in them to prove my point. And Mike, I even said this to Mike, and Mike goes, you know what? You might even be able to combine all four of their fucking salaries.
Yep.
Shevchenko, Lauren Murphy, Ortega, and Volkanovski. Combine all four of them, and they might not make what fucking Nick Diaz makes.
Yep. It could be possible.
It's absolutely true.
Because, I mean, who's going to make the most out of all of them? Not Nick Diaz, but out of the other
them
three? Would it be?
It should be Shevchenko. It should be Shevchenko by the amount of title defenses that she is about to accomplish. If she wins this weekend, she ties Ronda Rousey for the most title defenses in UFC history by a female. She's probably going to get paid less than Ortega and Volkanovski.
The most I can see one of them being paid is $200,000.
It's fucking nuts.
At the very most, and I'd be surprised. It might be 150 or 100. It might be 100 to show, 100 to win. That's a possibility. You know, like it'd be 200. That'd be the most I can see them paying one of them. If you add all that up, it's not going to combine to Nick Diaz, who's going to probably make a cool mill off of it. Watch.
Look at this. Look at this. Joe Ivy says, anything special happening next Monday? Oh,
yes, it is.
Speaking of Lauren Murphy, I was on Against the Cage with our boy Ben Fields, Ben Field of Cage Wars.
Yep.
One of the best amateur MMA organizations in the East Coast, if not the entire country. So Ben Field makes a fucking bet with me. So I'm on the show. We're doing our beginning of the year, end of the year predictions, right? And he says, who's going to be the 125-pound women's champion at the end of 2021? And I said, without question, it'll be Valentina Shevchenko. There's not a fucking girl in that division that is even close to her. Not even close. He says, I got the girl. And I'm very confident in this. Lauren Murphy is going to beat Valentina Shevchenko and take that title. And at the end of 2021, Lauren Murphy will
get out of here, man.
Belt. And I said, I was like, dude, stop. I can't even let you fucking continue. No way. The show ends now.
Oh my Lord.
And he was like, I am so confident in this.
I'm just forget it.
Yep. Smoke it. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we made a gentleman's bet that night. This was back in in January. I think we made this
beginning of the year.
Beginning of the year, maybe the second or third week of January, myself and Ben Field made a bet. And that bet was that if Valentina Shevchenko wins, I will be on Against the Cage with Ben Field, and he will be in full drag, dress, makeup, hair, the whole nine, and he will host that show in drag.
Nice.
If Lauren Murphy wins,
He's gonna look dope.
I will be the guest on Against the Cage with Ben Field Monday after UFC 266. I will be the guest as the most beautiful fucking woman man that you have ever seen in your
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick out a good wig for you, man.
Oh God, look at this. Tell me that I wouldn't be the best drag queen you ever fucking seen in your goddamn life.
You'd be gorgeous.
He's gonna be so pretty. I hope she's talking about Ben.
I heard Ben actually, or I think I actually saw a picture of him. Like he lost. I think I feel like by that pic alone was just him saying like I want to put makeup on. So like just do it, bro. Just get into it. I mean, ain't nobody holding you back. I ain't judging nobody. You do what you want to do. Dude, it's a free country. God damn it.
Well, listen,
it's gonna stay that way.
Ben was selling in the words of Nick and Nate Diaz. Wolf tickets in January when he was saying that Lauren Murphy would be.
He was hoping she would never make it to a title shot.
He was hoping that I wouldn't call him out on it. I threatened to shut the show off at that moment. I was like, stop. It's fucking over. We're not moving anywhere further on this show if you continue on with this fucking ludicrous bullshit. If you actually you do not believe that. You are like a flat earther talking right now, like you truly believe that the earth is flat, you fucking moron.
I would believe that before I believe Lauren Murphy wins. I'll tell you that. I wonder do we know what the line is on that? Actually, I'm going to look it up right now while we're here. While we're here together, everyone, while everybody's here together, we're going to look up the fight odds for this fight. Come on,
it's a lot to a little.
It's got to be right.
It's got to be. I bet you plus 750 for Lauren Murphy. Plus 750. That's my guess.
Plus 750. 750.
What is it?
And
then minus 1100 for fucking.
Oh my Lord in heaven! Wow. Okay. Which one do you want first, Lauren Murphy or Shevchenko?
Give me Shevchenko.
Negative minus 2,000.
2,000?
Minus 2,000 on FanDuel. Okay.
You guys realize what that means?
So on DraftKings, it's minus 500. The lowest that it is here is on 5 Dimes, and it's 1375, dude. So that's the fucking lowest.
I said 1100. I was being nice, I guess.
Minus 2,000 on FanDuel, and Lauren Murphy's a plus 920. I think I'll put $10 on her.
Holy shit! I said plus. What did I say? Plus 750 for Lauren Murphy.
Shit,
guys, that means you have to bid $100. No.
Dude, you're gonna have to put up a real lot of money.
$2,000. You have to bid $2,000 on Valentina Shevchenko to win $100.
Yuck.
But if you put 100 on Lauren Murphy, you win $950 back.
Yeah, dude.
So
you want a lot of money for her. I'll put $10.
Yo, Ben's out of his goddamn mind. All right.
She punches in like slow motion. I feel like last time I watched her, I was like really trying to dissect the fight, and I was like, man, she just seems like she just punches so slow. Like, sure, it's probably hard punches, but I mean, they're just so slow. Valentina's just too good,
dude. And Valentina is better than ever, stronger than ever, in her absolute fucking prime right now. She's the best female fighter on the planet. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says about it. Amanda Nunes is like historically probably better than her right now. But right now, this second, I think Valentina Shevchenko is the best female fighter on the planet. And for Ben Field to hitch his wagon to a 38-year-old Lauren Murphy and really truly believe that she's gonna fucking beat Valentina, that motherfucker is delusional. And we have Crystal Pittman in the
real quick.
Go ahead
before we bring her on.
I wanted to ask you though. We all agree that Valentina wins that one. We are we in agreement that Robbie Lawler wins that?
Yes.
Okay, you pick Robbie. Who do you got in the main event?
Okay, in the main event. So Volkanovski, right? I'm gonna say something might not be what people think. I don't know what people think about Volkanovski. I'm not a fan.
No.
I think he's boring. I don't like the way he fights. I think he's boring. I did like him as he was coming up. Like, I was eager to see him fight, but there's just something about him. And it's not that I don't like him. I'm just not like, he's not like someone I'm like, oh, Volkanovski's fighting. I got to see this fight.
Yeah.
Probably one of my least, probably one of the champions that come up that I'm like, whatever. Not really. Don't really care. Okay, I'd rather see Ortega fight than see Volkanovski fight.
But I didn't ask you if you're a fucking fan. Do you think Ortega beats him for the title?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
I don't.
I do. I think he has it. And you know why? Because I think he's going to try to get a hold of his ass and sub him. He's going to sub him. He's going to try to pull him into some strikes because, everyone's like, oh, Brian Ortega's better at striking now and all this, right? Okay, yeah, all right. He's better at striking. He got so much better all of a sudden. I think he's going to lull him in a false sense of security. They're going to do a little stand-up fighting, and he's going to get a hold of him. And Volkanovski's not going to be able to compete with Ortega's submission game. At least that's what I think can happen. I'm picking him probably the underdog here. So
Mike and I disagree on that one.
Because Volkanovski's just going to play it safe and barely do anything.
I think he's an entitled pretty boy little fucking bitch, and I hope he gets knocked the fuck out. Fuck that guy. Anyways, we have somebody in the green room that we haven't talked to in a really long time.
Yeah, she looks like she needs a light on her.
Yeah. She might want to turn.
What do you want, a closet?
Well, yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, she will be making her long-awaited debut in the BKFC October 9th Billings, Montana, BKFC Fight Night. Oh, my God. She's gone.
Yeah, what the hell? That was like, I think they call that, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just kidding. No, they call it blue balls.
Blue balls. Oh, yeah. We just got fluffed right to the point where they were like, yeah, we're not shooting tonight, guys.
That's it, everybody.
We were on the set. The fluffers were doing their job. We were ready to walk on set. And they were like, yeah, hey, she went home. You're good.
DJ Tony brought the red light out and everything.
Gentlemen, the rugged beauty, Crystal Pittman will bring her on.
What are you doing? I can't even see you.
Hi.
Are you driving your car?
I know. Let me pull over.
The fangula.
Driving my car.
Oh my God.
There we go. There's the face that we know and we love.
What are you doing?
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Crystal, are you driving your car right now?
I pulled over. Yeah,
Careful.
I just left I pulled over just now. While you guys were talking, I was driving, and then I pulled over. And we're having horrible internet issues because I'm right down the street.
Do you need a minute to get home?
Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine.
All right.
It's fine. I'll just sit here. Maybe someone will try to rob me.
I don't like this.
Crystal.
No, it's fine.
Crystal, you are not the first. You're not the second. You are the third Smith Brothers fighter that is on the program tonight.
Wow.
Congratulations. That's not a fucking normal thing.
Yay.
Brianna Tall, I hope I said that right, says, hey, baby girl.
Hey, baby girl. Do you know her? No. You don't
Hi,
know
Bree.
her. Okay. So, hey, Crystal, you're finally going to make your debut.
I feel like she's a second behind us, I feel like.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you guys are kind of cutting out, but it's just we have a fire that's been going on, and the service out here has just been shit. It's been horrible. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo, there's a
big delay.
A 3-4 second delay.
I would say if you're a few minutes away from home to get to your house and then just use the Wi-Fi, and we can talk about a couple more fights.
Drive to your house. And then call us back.
Okay. 2 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Bye. All right.
Hey, so today on the
dude, you know what? That's some pro shit right there. 6 months ago, we probably would have fucking struggled through that shit. But you know
it would
what?
have been
Not
awful
today,
for everyone involved.
homeboy. Fucking go home. Go home and call us, please. All right, so we got the rugged beauty coming on.
Yep.
She's fighting Jade. I hope everybody that's watching right now and everybody
Stick around.
watching this saw the Jade
the
interview
Butte.
last night because she was fucking awesome. I will say this. We all know, everyone knows that Crystal's been on the show probably 2 or 3 times, right?
Oh yeah, 3 times now. I think
This will be her
4th.
This will be her 4th time on the show. Maybe, yeah, probably maybe the most. I mean, no, Lorenzo Hunt might have been on 3 or 4 times, but either way, she's a friend of the show now. She calls us her guys. She's like, those are my guys. Yeah, and my guys over there at the Mission Accomplished shit. But either way, we are right down the middle here. We had her opponent on last night, and I gotta tell you, man, Jade Masson-Wong was one cool ass fucking girl. And one way or another, one of these 2 girls is gonna win, the other one's gonna lose, and they're both fucking pretty awesome in my eyes. So anybody that is gonna be tuning in on October 9th should see a good show between 2 pretty awesome people.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And there's actually a few female fights that night because some people were saying in the last couple of months, and rightfully so, we need more female fights. We have a whole bunch of females in the 125-pound division, the only division right now, which is another conversation in itself, Kyle, right? Why don't we have a 135 or a 115? I feel like we could. I say we like I own the freaking company, but Mike, I don't. Yes.
Today on the BKFC podcast with Brian Sosha and Rob Brazis.
Yes.
They had David Feldman on. David Feldman released several fucking breaking news things.
Breaking news, all of which I feel like we already know.
No, but he said that they are officially going to be introducing the 115-pound division early 2022.
Don't we hope so?
Well, he said that. I mean, maybe he's, I don't know. What the fuck?
All right. So one thing, and I watch the show. I set an alarm to watch it all the time, but I'm going to tell you a lot of things are said on that podcast week to week and almost none of it come true. Almost none of it.
You know what always comes true?
Kind of sad.
You know what always comes true?
And I'm sure they got lots going on, but
Mike, anything that's ever said on the Mike and Mish show comes true.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's fucking true though, man. We don't sell them goddamn wolf tickets. Robbie Lawler's gonna win. Brian Ortega's ass is gonna get the shit beat out of him by fucking that Australian dude because that pretty boy little bitch deserves it. And Valentina Shevchenko's gonna win.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Howie, what did we say that didn't come true?
Yeah. You know what Howie's gonna say is that we don't put out enough content and that Planet Hank is better than us. Planet Hank is better than our show, everyone.
You know where Planet Hank is better than us? On Planet Hank, like wherever the fuck that is.
We love you, Hank. Yeah. Howie, tell him that we love him.
He's got the skills. He's got the skills for the video editing and all that good shit.
Skills. Yeah.
He's putting in work over there. He's putting in work with the MMA.
No, dude, and I respect that because I love MMA. MMA was my first love. So, you know what? Too much to quantify. I don't know what fucking Howie's talking about.
No, me neither. Excuse me, sir. I think it's time for bed.
Howie, it's past 10 p.m., my man. You know, people your age should drink your fucking Ensure and go to sleep.
Your metal mucil crackers are getting dry.
Yeah, we love you, Howie. We love fucking Hank and all them guys. But you know what? Shout out to Hank because he does all the New England promotions, the MMA promotions. Mm-hmm. He does amateurs and pro. Like that's pretty dope. I can live with that. When he aimlessly fucking shits on people for no fucking reason at all, I just let it go in one ear and out the other at this point because it's just fucking stupid. But whatever.
Yeah, maybe his perm's getting heavy.
That perm
it's weighing on his brain.
We're gonna start calling him Big Perm.
Big Perm. Planet Perm.
Go over to Planet Perm.
You know what?
Over to Planet Perm. What?
So-
What? You know what? What? You said you know what?
Oh, yeah. So what I was going to say is we've got some fights coming up, and one of the big ones, shablam, in your face, dog.
Oh,
Christine Faria is coming back.
I have thoughts about this.
You have thoughts? Okay.
I have. Okay. Before we bring Crystal on, because she looks like she's sitting in the green room and she has a way better connection than she did in her car.
Yeah, look at
when
her.
she was about to get carjacked and fucking beaten by the police. 1 second. Joe Ivy's gonna fucking hate me for this. I deep dove into her opponent. Oh, that sounded bad. I did not go into her opponent.
Yeah, we get it.
I looked into her past and her record. Yo, her fucking 19 wins are a bunch of wolf tickets. And I am not bullshitting on this shit. She has 19 wins and 12 losses in pro boxing, Christine's opponent. The total combined win-loss record of those 19 wins is like 50 and 130. 1 in 19, 2 in 12, 3 in 20, 1 in 12. It is crazy. The girl did beat like 3 or 4, 5, like a handful of people that had winning records. Yes. But most of her 19 wins were against fucking schlub, fill-in, boxing, bullshit fighters. Okay? Christine, and we love Misfit. Misfit's thing has been, I don't want to fight that person because she's never beat anybody. I don't want to fight this person because she's never beat. Britton Hart's never beat anyone. Britton Hart's never fought anybody. Taylor Starling hasn't beaten anybody. I don't want to fight this one because she hasn't beaten anybody. Boom! I'm going to fight this fucking boxer from outside of here that is 19 and 12. And if you look into her 19 opponents that she beat, you will not be impressed. And I promise you, I'm done.
Good.
Okay.
Cool.
With that said, I want everybody that's watching to fucking check me on that shit. And if you want to check me, please do. I hope you do. We'll see you soon. Now we're going to talk to the female of the hour. We're not talking about Misfit. We're not talking about Britton Hart. We're not talking about Taylor. We're not talking about the girl that Misfit's fighting that I can't pronounce her name. We're talking about a girl who's finally going to be making her debut October 9th. She was just on the side of the road getting hijacked by somebody in
crazy.
California at gunpoint, and she made it out alive, and now she's home, and she's talking to us, and her name is Crystal Pittman.
Crystal Pittman, how are you?
Crystal, how are you?
Wait, you went into the dark as soon as we brought you up. You were in the light the whole time, and now all of a sudden you get on live and you go in the dark. What the heck is going on here? Ay. Now what is this? Mamma mia, Madonna mia, huh?
Madonna mia, where's the gabagool, huh?
Sorry.
Do I have to hit you in the head of the freaking goddamn Martina? Sheesh.
Where I wasn't in the room, there was like everywhere is horrible connection right now, and even on Wi-Fi. So you guys were constantly like just pausing and everything, and so I'm walking around trying to find good
when you say
service.
There's a fire, is it like a wildfire?
Yeah, it's up in it's 15-20 minutes from me. It's in Three Rivers, and it's pretty big.
Never gonna live in California for those reasons alone.
Those things move fast.
I know. It's
It's not coming your way.
I don't think so. I haven't really checked up on the fire, but for a couple of days, it was just every time you walked outside, it was just really smoky, and then there was ashes flying around all over the cars and a little ash rain going on. So
that's wild.
You hear what she's saying, Mike? She said for a few days this shit's been going on.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of hellfire and brimstone area do you live in? You know what? out here in the East Coast, the worst shit we get is some rain.
Right. We don't even really have like poisonous snakes or spiders. I mean, it's really like
Pretty
so awesome. Except the winter. Winter fucking sucks.
Hurricanes out there.
Not really. Like level 1, maybe once every few years or something, and like they make a big deal out of it, and then nothing happens. Everybody stays out of work and wastes time. And I was like, I should just drove into work today. It sucks.
Yeah.
Right,
We
like
have-
when we
we
have
have a
an
lot of
earthquake
snow.
out here, they show like a little cup falling over. It's like we will
Yeah.
rebuild.
Yeah, you got the stupid friggin' dumb weatherman staring at each other, and they're like,
Yo,
and the wind's blowing and shit. And then you see two guys in shorts in the background playing fucking hopscotch.
yeah. Hey, Crystal, in
That's so
California,
funny.
when you guys have like natural disasters or any like real tumultuous, is that a word? Tumultuous weather coming in. Does the weatherman take his sport coat off and then roll his sleeves up and get on TV in front of the fucking green screen with his tie on and no jacket? Like, we're here, storm team, fucking blah, blah, blah. They do it every single time in the East
They
Coast.
love it.
If there's a little bit of snow coming in, motherfucker,
Really?
that sport
Love
coat
it.
is coming off. The sleeves are getting rolled up, and fucking chief meteorologist Gil Simmons is on the fucking case, homie.
Yeah, they don't get dirty. They get wet.
They get wet.
No, they do.
All right, let's stop bullshitting for a minute. Crystal,
Okay.
you're finally
Yes.
fighting. You're finally
Yeah.
fighting.
You are fighting.
You're fighting Jade Masson-Wong. She was on our show last night, and I got to tell you,
Shiplam.
I got to tell you,
Shiblam.
she was a pretty pleasant person.
Yeah,
So
look how
it's gonna
cute we are.
really pain.
I know it's a pretty pleasant picture.
It's a pretty pleasant picture.
Right?
You look disgusted in that picture. Like you're like, ugh, ugh. Who is this? Who is this bitch? I just don't get it. Are you
Yeah, like-
how excited are you finally after 5 months of training camps and fall throughs and pullouts and all this bullshit to finally know that in 3 weeks from now, is it 3 weeks? 2 weeks from now? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2
2 and a-
weeks from now, you will finally be towing that line against Jade Masson-Wong. It's got to feel pretty good, right?
Yeah, it does. You know, I'm really, really looking forward to it finally being here. It's just so crazy because, you know, all the training and having to build up and then come back down. You know what I mean? And so man, the mental game is just insane, but we just keep pushing through and I'm super excited. I'm super fucking excited.
Were you starting weight cuts and then stopping weight cuts and changing diets? Like, did it get to that point or were you just training?
Yeah, it was weight cuts because I have to be down to 125 and the girls that I'm fighting are 125. So I'm constantly on a weight cut. And then, you know, if the fight got canceled, well, which it did, I, you know, kind of be a little easy and replenish my body and let it rest a little bit, you know, and so it was kind of mixed. I had a little bit of time in between each, not too much, but just kind of like a refeed, I guess. So that's pretty much what I was doing. Sorry, I'm so dead right now.
Yeah. You just came off. No,
Fine. You're fine.
So you were just training, right? You were just sparring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How often are you sparring right now?
Oh, like once a week. No, I'm just kidding.
Every other day, every day?
Yeah, we spar quite a bit. You know, it's hard to say because I feel like it's constant training and it just depends on what my coach wants me to do that day. So he emphasizes on the stuff that I'm lacking and we apply it to everything. So as far as sparring, I can't really say exactly how many days and how many, because it's always changing, but it's very stable. He doesn't like me talking about how much I'm sparring, to be honest.
Okay. So,
oh, come on.
Hey, so when you first signed with the BKFC, when you first found out you were going to have a fight, the level of excitement was probably through the roof. Like you were probably like super fucking excited. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this fight, and it fell through. And then it happened again. where's your level of excitement right now after like all these fall throughs? And like, are you still excited to get in there the same way you were at the beginning of you signing the contract, or are you just like happy to finally just be fucking getting in there and you're not so excited anymore? You just want to get the fucking job done?
It's both, because it's an exciting opportunity. On top of everything, the fact that I'm getting this opportunity, I'm so grateful and so blessed that I'm in this spot and being able to have this moment in my life. You know, I feel like this whole journey that I've been on and putting all this work in and stuff, and it still feels surreal to me. But I don't ever try to think about, you know, like for me, it's not just being signed with BKFC. You know what I mean? So the excitement is there all the way around for everything. My mission, everything that I'm doing this for. Sorry, I'm trying to find my charger. And
you better apologize. Can't believe it.
I'm sorry. Hold on, give me a second. Because
oh my god, unreal.
I know you guys. I'm sorry.
Apologize to her. Well, what is she doing? Why is she moving around while she's talking? I just drop her off.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I need a written apology for this. I can't believe you're looking for a charger. Ugh.
I know. I don't want to get cut off. I'm sorry. I'm a mess right now. You guys, this is my life.
I'm just kidding.
We're messing with you.
But no, I'm very excited from day one to 8 months later.
God, I can't wait.
Unbelievable. So 8 months is the time frame from the start of this journey to your first pro fight to now was 8 months. Is that what you're saying?
The start of being with saying that I had a fight from when I was signed by a different management company was like February. So I've been running my body since February. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, 8 months.
But you're not with that management company anymore.
No, I am not.
Who you with now?
I'm with Kevin Smith. He's my favorite. Is he watching? Is he on?
If he's not, I'm fucking done with him.
I know, right?
I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
I'm with Smith Brothers.
I mean, we love Kevin and we give him all the support we can, but if he's not watching the show, then fungu.
Fungu. Yeah, I'm with the Smith Brothers I can't even talk right now.
Combat Sports.
Yes. And you know, I'm actually I met him the very first BKFC show I went to, and we just clicked and connected on so many levels since then, and now we're together, and I feel like this journey kind of brought us together for a reason. So I'm so excited to see what me and Kevin are going to do together, and the rest of the team. I'm so grateful for him. He's done so much for me, and I wouldn't be getting this fight if it, you know, wasn't for him. I feel he's been really working hard for me, and the fact that he believes so much in me and is really, really, really just, he's absolutely amazing, and I appreciate him on so many levels.
Yeah, you know what? Kev's our dog, and I want to give. There's somebody out there that made a text message one night to you for Kevin that may have made this connection happen. I'm not going to say his name. But that motherfucker's one badass dude right there. He's a fucking good man. Good man.
There's this guy. I call them Flanas.
Yeah. And a couple of flaunters.
I call him a couple flaunters.
No, you know what? Kyle's a creeper.
Oh yeah.
He's
creeping around.
Whoa. We're not saying who it was, but yeah, this creeper might have fucking made that.
Well, I didn't say. I'm saying that you're a creeper.
Oh, you're a fucking creeper, Mike. Fuck you, you flaunter. All right, so hey, where is your body at this point as far as like to be training so many months in training camp on, training camp off, training camp on, training camp off, for so many fucking months?
Right.
How are you feeling physically? You feeling like 100% ready to rock, or like maybe you don't want to be honest about this. Has all these months of training for a fight that never took place took a little bit of a toll? And you feeling a little bit?
Yeah, sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. Can you repeat that last part?
I was saying that 8 months of training.
Don't yell.
Several fight camps
Mm-hmm.
on and then off and then on and then off. How is your body feeling right now going into a fight against Jade Wong?
My body's feeling good. I feel it's hard to say right now because I'm so exhausted. It's the end of the night. I'm tired, but I'm really grateful actually for these 8 months coming into this fight. I've learned a lot. My body's been challenged on so many levels, and so is my mental state. Everything has been so challenged, and there's been so much growth. So at the end of the day, I feel my body and my brain and my mental state, everything is 100%. So if that's answering your question.
No,
it just must be so crazy to how many the letdown after letdown after letdown. You must just want to just really beat somebody's face in right now.
Right? You must really want. Well, it's funny that he says that because last night we had Jade Masson-Wong on, and she said that she was going to slap you in an electric chair, strap you down, put a dry sponge on your head.
Dry sponge. She said she's going to put nipple clamps of electricity
on you.
Swear to God.
And then she's going to burn you to fucking death. That's what she
said.
And
then put you in a guillotine afterwards and cut your head off.
And then cut your fucking head off.
Yeah. That's
she
what
said.
She
all
said.
That.
It's a quote.
You can go back to our show last night and watch it. She said all that.
She did say that.
How do you feel about that right now?
Sounds like the start of a really kinky soft porn.
And she said she's going to get a tattoo of it too.
A tattoo of nipple clamps?
No,
the whole thing, like the story.
No. The thing is, she has an empty electric chair tattooed on her arm right now, and she's just looking for that body to put in there.
Yep.
You can't let that happen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're right, you can't let that happen.
You can't let that happen. You can't be her tattoo. Fuck, man, that shit would be embarrassing.
So do you talk to Audra at all? Is Audra ever going to fight? Do you know anything? Do you keep in touch with her, or is that that's off the table and that fight's never going to happen?
Yeah, no, I don't keep in touch with her. I don't get on. I'm really lacking in. I'm trying really hard to be present on social media, but because I've been constantly training like a nonstop fight camp, that I feel like I'm just falling short. So I don't ever get to keep up on everybody's stories, but I don't keep in touch with her. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she's ever going to fight with BKFC or what.
Probably not.
But
probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I think that was like a flash in the pan type thing. Honestly, no offense to her, but it was like a 40-year-old mom, try it out, look good at the tryouts. They tried to book her a fight a couple different times right near her hometown, and it never came through. So it's probably gonna fucking happen. So what is your honest thoughts about? Have you watched any footage on Jade? Have you studied? I'm assuming that you guys have studied her a little bit. What are your thoughts on your opponent coming up?
My thoughts are, well, I kind of leave it mainly to my coaches to if they're gonna study her, let them do that. But I really have no thoughts. I think that for one, I think she's very cute, so I can see why they also put us together, because she is a very pretty girl. I love her accent. But my thoughts as far as her style, her style and everything is, I think it's going to be a very exciting fight, and I'm hearing a lot of fight of the night. I'm excited. I hope that we get fight of the night. I feel like, from watching some stuff, and that she's all about, not being scared and getting bloody, and I'm the same way. So I think that we're gonna make a really good match, and we're gonna make a really exciting fight. So that's what I think about it. Regardless of
she actually
styles
said
or anything, I think that once we get in the ring.
She actually said last night that she enjoys blood and violence and gore. It's like her favorite thing. So with that said, I feel like it's a recipe for you two to really put on a show. Unfortunately, the fight of the night is usually like a long, drawn out fucking war. And I would imagine that you don't want it to be a long, drawn out war, correct? You're trying to get out and you're trying to get in there and end it as soon as possible, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying. In a perfect world, I'm gonna shoot for like a 5-second knockout.
A 5-second knockout.
So
Well, you know what? Maybe you get a bonus. You know what? Yeah. In a perfect world, but you know what? In a perfect world, a 5-second knockout doesn't exactly showcase yourself. So, if I was gonna suggest anything to you, maybe stretch it to like 15 seconds.
yeah, I'm actually just regardless if it's, I mean, to me, if like people like, oh, drawn out. Now, if they're just sitting there and kind of just like walking around, really not doing anything, then that's kind of drawn out. But if they're both very active and the fighting is very exciting, then I mean, if it goes the 5 rounds and we're both just beating the shit out of each other.
No, you don't want to do that.
But I really don't want it to go to the judges, huh?
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'll put it to 15 seconds.
So many months of fucking hold up. After so many months of fucking training and all this shit, you kind of want to showcase yourself a little bit, right? And then afterwards,
I do.
And afterwards, you need to know what you want to say on the microphone when Brian Sosha is standing in there, like a goofball that he is. We all love Brian Sosha, but he's going to be in there and he's going to be standing next to you, and he's probably going to be a little flustered. He's going to be like, "Oh, hey,
make him more flustered."
Yeah. What you should do is maybe put your hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
When you talk to Brian, and then he won't know what to fucking say to you. But make sure you know what you want to do when you call somebody. You gotta have a name. You gotta call somebody out, and you want to plant your flag. But you are now signed with the Smith Brothers Combat Sports. Who are we gonna see with you that night out at the Squared Circle? Or are you gonna have like a new team? Or are you gonna have anything like that?
Am I gonna have a new team out there with me?
No. Are you gonna have any new faces, or is it same old?
With me in my corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have Richmond's gonna be in my corner.
Mike Richmond?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna be there?
The Marine himself?
Yeah.
The gentleman.
The gentleman of Rick's Cabaret himself.
Yes.
I fucking love that guy. I love Mike Richmond. No way.
Him and Doug.
Mikey Moose Knuckle.
Him and Doug. You know, that's what I'm saying. You're just missing a couple guys right here. I mean, you could have a complete corner. God.
You two to be there.
Mikey Moose Knuckle.
Mikey Moose
Knuckle. Take it easy, guy. So Mike Richmond might be the fucking hottest name on the market in bare knuckle, as a matter of fact. Unbelievable that he's going to be in your corner. And Jesus Christ, man, you guys over at the Smith Brothers got quite the fucking team going. I'm impressed every day. Every time I hear Kevin every time I see him message me about signing somebody, I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, you don't fucking sleep, do you? It's crazy. So,
right there. Yeah, I'm excited for Richmond. I'm excited for him to be in my corner. We've been chatting, and it's going to be awesome. Be great.
Are you going to be a stone cold killer like him? And like, if you do land a knockout blow, you're going to turn around, walk around, turn around, walk away like it was no big deal. That's what he does. He's like,
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm even gonna do the little lip purse that he does. The person of the lips.
You gonna grow a mustache like him?
Yeah, you should. You should. I mean, obviously, if you can't grow the mustache, you should put one on.
Yeah. Walk out with it.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. No, Mike. She's making her debut. She don't want to walk out with a fucking mustache on. Jesus Christ. Unreal.
Right, but if I put it on before me and Jade fight, like how can she really just stay serious?
No, well, hey, interesting fact about Jade. Last night we talked to her, and she told us that when she heard that Audra fell out of your fight, that she called and offered to fight you. I don't know if she meant that she offered to fight you like in replacement of her for that fight, or she just meant like now she needs an opponent. I'll fight her.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to her because you were having a hard time getting an opponent, correct?
Yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing this because there was a few other things I mean that were obviously there's always something floating around, of different things. So the fact that she says that she called and offered to be my opponent, that's great. I'm really excited about that because it was hard to get an opponent as far as one that will stay in. So,
well, we're glad she did because we'll finally get to see the rugged beauty fight. It's been so damn long. We've been waiting for you to fight since March.
Yeah,
I know.
Inside scoop. Okay, Mike and Crystal fought in the parking lot of the hotel room in Birmingham, Alabama, and Mike lost bad.
Oh, please. I knocked her out one shot.
He did.
We were just getting back from the bar. They had a few fucking words. There was something about her shoes.
Yeah, she took her heel off and she clocked me right in the temple.
Was like, don't you fucking dare. And she was like, woof, and he was like, bam. And it was a fucking whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
me and Doug ended up fighting. It was like
the hotel.
None of that actually
stole my
happened.
heels.
Something actually happened with her heels, but nobody fought.
She slapped me in the face with her heels.
He stole them. He stole my heels.
Dude.
So
Crystal,
you guys won't be in Montana?
No, we're not going to make it to Montana.
Crystal, I'm on probation.
Yeah, he's got an ankle bracelet. He's on house arrest.
I'm not on probation. No, Montana, no. Unfortunately, if you were fighting in New York or Miami, somewhere on the East Coast, your boys would be there. But
yeah,
fighting out in the middle of the fucking plains where buffaloes roam, I ain't trying to get out there.
No, probably not many times will I go to Montana in my life.
Yellowstone, I'm excited. I want to go to the Denton Ranch out there.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be cool to go to. But
did she say Jellystone where Yogi Bear lives? Jellystone?
Hey boo boo.
Hey boo boo.
Get the picnic basket.
Ever have a serious interview together, you guys?
Never.
But when they have to fight out in New York. Huh?
Yeah, when they had the fight in New York.
In New York, what are you about to say?
Oh yeah, if you guys go to that one, I'll go to that one.
We're gonna go.
Well, we're gonna be there, so come hang out with
the
Mission Accomplished boys, and we'll give you my microphone, and you can, what we'll do? We'll treat you like Susan Singardi treats fucking Lorenzo Hunt, and you can take my mic and go interview some people for a Mission Accomplished.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds fantastic. And actually, we can try to get a multiple mic system going. So
there's no paycheck involved, by the way.
No, you will not be paid. Just by friendship and funnies. I'll make you laugh. That's your payment. We are. Hey, Howie says, "Come to the Hall of Fame." Howie, we're going to the Hall of Fame. 100%.
Yeah.
It's gonna
So
be awesome.
hey, speaking of being serious and having a serious interview, we're gonna do a would you rather with you right now.
Very serious.
Very serious. Okay.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Well, we were gonna do a third round of Never Have I Ever, but we didn't think you were gonna be home. So we're like, oh, she's not going to have a drink, so we can't do it. And look where you are.
In the middle of a training camp, Mike. She can't have a drink.
Well, whatever.
Jerky.
Fuck that training camp shit. You've been training for 5 months. One drink ain't going to do nothing.
God, Jesus.
Drink of water.
Would you rather with a
drink of water? Hey. Okay.
Ready? Would you rather spend 2 weeks locked in an old, empty psychiatric hospital or in a house that was the site of a mass murder? 2 weeks locked inside.
Oh, God. Or in a house that was... Oh. Well, I think I'm going to have to say... Depends. Oh, God. That's hard. I'm going to say empty hospital.
Yeah, I'll take the murder house every day of the week. Too many hallways, too many rooms. I'll fucking lose my mind in 2 weeks in a fucking psychiatric hospital.
Well, he had a lot more to do.
I don't give a fuck if a dad hung 9 kids from the rafter of his house and then shot himself in the head. Give me 2 weeks in that house. I'm good.
We live near the Lizzie Borden house. We'd go stay there.
I know. That's a haunted.
We could stay there. That's over here.
Yeah.
You can actually pay to sleep there.
Yeah, you can sleep right on the spot where the mom got hacked up, or on the couch where the dad got hacked up. I think the dad got hacked on the couch. You can sleep right in the spot if you want to.
You know,
sounds enticing, doesn't it?
Hospital, Mikey would be able to find the nipple clamps.
Oh, yeah.
And the electric chair.
You know what? And we could probably find some empty wheelchairs and do wheelchair races.
I'm saying the psychiatric hospital, there's a lot to do. We could have a lot of fun there.
All right,
lots to do. That's why.
Hey, number 2.
We could have so much fun.
We could. Number 2, would you rather know how you're going to die or when you're going to die? How you're going to die or when you're going to die?
These are some messed up questions.
Yeah, we're fucked up.
Maybe these were meant for Jade.
I think I would rather know when I'm gonna die. So that every day I can just live life to the fullest and be like the yes man. Because I don't want to know if I'm gonna be murdered or
Right. Should be
no. Because if somebody was like, okay, you're gonna die by a large object falling on you. Every single time you walk under something large for the rest of your life, you could
be a plane.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right?
You could be a fucking sketch ball for the rest of your life. Just know when, and then be ready.
Everyone's saying when. Joe Ivy, Howie, Susan, everyone says when.
Ever watch what?
Did you guys ever watch the Benjamin Button? When they get shocked, but he's like, I'm just walking the dog, checking the mail. Just constantly in fear something's gonna fucking slam on you.
I think I saw Benjamin Button the night before I went to basic training, I believe. Or 2 nights before.
Weird coincidence.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay. But yeah, I'd rather know when. So I'd just be like a yes lady and just say yes to everything and just have the best life ever.
All right. Well, number 3, Crystal, would you rather everyone read your internet history or your thoughts?
Oh, that's easy.
Right.
So easy for me.
I think I'd rather them read my thoughts.
Oh, God, no.
Nope.
No.
Nope. You cannot read.
Man, what the hell's in your internet history, Crystal?
Yeah, you don't look up much shit, do you?
How to kill.
Oh, no, you do. You look up some fucked up shit.
I know you must.
I feel
because-
like a lot of things that are on my mind are on my internet history. So
Well, that's
really.
what. Right. But not everything, because I think about some crazy shit sometimes. I'd be fucking canceled left and right. And this dude, what you gonna see on my internet history?
You?
MMA,
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah,
of
but-
messages, little porn site or something.
Yeah.
I
You
know,
know, who
right?
gives a shit? I'm an adult. I do whatever the hell I want. I searched for the best Mexican restaurant was in freaking
Yeah.
New Hampshire or something. Who gives a fuck about that?
He looked up what is a Royal Blumpkin the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, big deal, right? But if you ever heard in my head about what I thought about a Royal Blumpkin and stuff, now that is something that would be way too much.
Oh my
People
god.
be like, "Oh man, this guy's got to get out of. We actually got to put him to sleep.
That's
He's
so
done.
funny.
Put him down like a dog."
Well, I feel like I feel like I'm not around a lot of people to read my mind. So if I'm actually with someone that's able to read my mind, like if I'm saying like having an argument with somebody instead of like having communication issues, I'm like, just look in my eyes. And then I don't have to fucking talk to you.
Crystal, are you lonely?
What the
You're not
fuck?
around a lot of people. I like now I'm
No.
sad. Like she's not around a lot of people. I just
All right, Joe
don't have
Ivy.
anybody.
Joe Ivy's looking up Royal Blumpkin. I want you to look up a few things. I want you to look up Texas belt buckle, Tennessee traffic cone, ferry fuel. I want you to look up rusty trombone. I want you to look up fucking a Cincinnati bow tie. Look up a Cincinnati bow tie.
Oh my
You'll
god.
thank me later. Anyways,
Look up duck butter.
We going off the
Yeah.
deep end.
duck butter? Is that what you said?
Duck butter? I gotta look
don't
that
even
up. I know
what
a
duck
truffle butter,
is.
but I don't know duck butter.
Truffle butter. Okay, Jesus Christ.
It's a song.
Number 4. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, would you rather go to jail for a crime you didn't commit or have your best friend go to jail for a crime that you committed?
I mean, everyone's got to take one for the team, right?
That's right. You better take one, friend.
Better take one.
It's your
I'm
lucky
like,
day,
remember that
friend.
One time in 3rd grade, who I had to take all the blame.
Dude. Milky Cocoa Puff.
A Dirty
Okay,
Sanchez.
Coco
Good
Puff.
one, Howie.
Sanchez. Oh
Like
my
that.
God. Look at these guys coming
Love
out
it.
of the woodwork.
See?
So you said
know.
you would
Bringing
have
people
your best,
together.
you would have your best friend take the bullet for you and go to jail? Ay.
It would be the right thing to do for the friend.
You can't be a rat.
Right?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. My boy took a 45-day expulsion from high school from me
Wow.
Oh, what a good friend.
What a soldier.
because he's not a fucking snitch.
Yep.
That's why.
Hey, you know what they say about
Right.
snitches? Snitches get
Get
stitches.
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 Rats get bats.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Last one. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or be able to fly, Crystal?
Oh, man. Well, okay, I'm going to have to say able to fly because I can already breathe underwater because I happen to be a mermaid. So now I got best of both worlds.
You can't breathe underwater, Crystal.
You're a mermaid that swims above the water.
Yeah. You're a mermaid that comes up for air every once in a while. You.
A merman.
Yeah, okay, Ariel.
This is the kind of podcast where you learn all kinds of things.
Oh yeah.
Last night,
That's why you can't read our minds, because you
Right.
just imagine
Nope.
if that's what we're willing to say. Imagine what's inside this noggin.
space docking.
Right?
Yep. Mike, space docking? Ew. Nope. Anyways, last night Joe Ivy learned about hip hop. Tonight she learned about shit she's gonna find on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. I actually created the definition of red trash. But that has nothing to do with all this other crazy shit we're talking about.
I love that deep breath you took too with that look on your face. Y'all.
What was the one, Mike? What was the one that I kept submitting to
Oh,
Urban-
the Blumpkin Decker,
the Blumpkin Decker.
right?
Do you know what
Was it Blumpkin Decker?
yes. Do you know what an
Yeah.
upper decker is? Crystal?
I
do you know?
don't know.
Okay, you shouldn't because you're a female.
Yeah,
but for the sake of
that would be unbecoming of a lady.
Okay, for the sake of our audience, I'm going to tell you what an upper decker is. That is when you remove the top part of a toilet, and then you poop in the top part of the toilet, and then you put the top back on. So whoever owns that toilet will be flushing poo water for the rest of their fucking months. Anyways, a blumpkin. You know what a blumpkin is?
Look it up after the show.
Okay. A blumpkin decker would be getting a blumpkin while performing an upper decker.
Yeah. And that's all I got to say about
blumpkin
that.
as in like a blow job.
Wait.
I did not say that.
You might be on something. During what, Crystal? Do you know what a blumpkin is?
Yeah, getting a blow job while you're taking a shit on top of the toilet.
There you go. Boom.
Dude.
You know, you put it together. You're like, do you play Clue a lot?
I did when I was little. That's the only game I played.
Clue. Boom. You're good. You broke the friggin' code.
Kevin Smith wants to know who writes
this.
Who writes this shit?
He must have looked something up.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm
Some
telling
sick
you, man.
stuff.
All right. Well, Crystal, hey, we're finally, we just sat here and we shot the shit with you, and we basically breezed over the fact that you're actually going to be fighting somebody pretty soon. We're very excited to see you fight October 9th in Billings, Montana, in the middle of fucking, where is Billings, Montana, by the way? Anybody know where that actually is?
It's in Montana, Kyle.
I know, but like, is it like by the Canadian border? Is it fucking?
I think it is.
Like, I don't know shit about Montana, other than there might have been Native American tribes and buffalo out there. I could totally be fucking wrong about that too, because I wasn't the smartest kid in school. But we're really excited to see you fight.
It's not.
It's
south.
not. Where is it?
Yep. It's like in the middle of the state south. Yep.
You know what's really exciting that I just found out?
What?
So there's this band called In This Moment, and I use their music like for all my walkout songs. I'm walking out to their song, one of their songs on my debut, and they're playing at the same fucking venue the night before.
What's the name of the band?
How exciting is that?
They look kind of weird in this moment.
I love them.
They're they're the picture of their like disc CD or whatever.
What kind of music is it?
It's
metal.
Rock.
It's metal.
Metal. It's metal.
Emo
like that.
Yeah, she screams. But she sounds so good, and she's this blonde, sexy.
Yeah.
Chick.
DJ Tony is telling you to shush. Are we not supposed to know this?
Nah. Maybe he
breaking news.
He wants it to be a secret for you because
Tony
supposed to know your workout song.
Yo, DJ Tony, you shush. All right.
But they don't know what song. I'm not going to tell you guys what song.
Right. There's a lot of songs here. There's one called Whore.
Oh, I love that song.
There's one called Sex Metal Barbie.
Sex Metal Barbie, Homicidal Queen. Yep.
Oh my God. So so you're good. Beast Within, Witching Hour. Oh yeah. It's all sorts of stuff. Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Sirius XM Radio. Anyways.
Well, awesome.
That's my other job.
Yeah, Crystal, shout out some people right quick. We're going to throw your sponsors. We have your social at the bottom. We got your website at the bottom. Everybody go to Instagram. Follow the Rugged Beauty on there. Go to www.crystalpittmanfans.com and subscribe there. Go follow her, support her. And you also have a list of sponsors here, but we're going to give you an opportunity to shout them out and shout out whoever you want right now. Go ahead.
Well, I'm really exhausted, but all my sponsors that have been sticking with me this whole time, I know that it's been probably kind of frustrating. I just got a new sponsor, which I'm really excited about. Warpath Clothing. I just got them Gentle Art, CBD, Above and Beyond, auto paint, and Body Art Gallery here in Tulare, tattoo artist. Let's see. I'm so brain dead, but those are see. Oh, Rookies
Bar and Grill.
Bar and Grill. Those are pretty much my. And you know, and all my other local sponsors that are going to be on my banner. There's so many of them. And I just appreciate every single one of my sponsors that have stuck with me and been so patient with me and continued to like send me things and share all my content and just kind of be there with me and not kind of give up on me. And then everybody else who is just continuously supporting me during this time. It is hard because, you know, you have to have a really strong, I feel, mental, just everything to be pushing this hard. You know, I'm working through you in fight camp, you work through injuries, you work through so many things, and to be doing that for this long, and for everybody who's just even more excited, knowing that there's, you know, a date, and everyone just still being really, really excited and keeping in touch with me. I'm going to shout out all of you guys. I'm too tired to like put all the names out, but I love you all. And
Awesome.
yeah, and that's pretty much shouting out everybody, all the support and all the fans. Thank you so much.
You have a lot of support. A lot of fans of our show have become big fans of you.
Yeah.
Even without seeing you ever fight, they're all super fucking excited to see you fight. And and we are as well. And we're glad that it's finally going to happen. And we thank you for coming on the show tonight. And we will talk to you very soon, all right?
Yes, thank you so much for having me on, you guys. And I'm so sorry that I was a couple minutes I don't know how long late it was, but thank you for waiting. Look at this.
I was almost over it, but now that you brought it up again,
everybody
take a few hours for me
that.
to forgive
Everyone
you.
Screenshot the picture now.
Yeah, right. Everybody screenshot this picture right now.
Yeah, looking as best as ever.
I told you guys,
bestest.
I'm always looking like a snack.
All right, Crystal.
Everybody loves a snack.
Everyone loves a snack. Oh, Jesus. Oh. All right. All right. You have yourself a good night. Go get some rest. You've been you're exhausted, we can tell. And go get some sleep, all right?
All right. I love you guys. I love you all. I'll see you guys soon.
All right. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night. Peace.
Oh boy, that was the rugged beauty. She knew what a Blumpkin was.
Yeah.
But you know what, dude? It's really fucking. I don't know. I'm super happy because I feel like we've like made a connection with her because she's been on the show 3-4 times now.
Yeah.
And like
I thought this was the fourth. It might have been the
fourth
third
time.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just so many times we've been around her on the show and outside the show.
She signed with them. We had her on. She had a fight. We had her on. The fight fell through. She got another fight. We had her on. It fell through, and now she has another fight, and we're having her on again. And I really feel like this one's actually going to happen. I hope
so.
I hope that the long, lengthy time that she's been in and out of training camps has not done too much to her. She seems super motivated to do it. Jade seemed super motivated last night. So two females that really want to show up and show out in their debut. It should be fucking awesome. October 9th in Montana.
Yep. I can hardly wait.
And she's gonna have Mike Richmond in her corner, which is my
well, we've been on for 8 hours. I can't even believe that.
We've been on for 8 hours? What?
Yeah, that's what Kevin Smith says.
All right. Great show for 8 hours. What?
I wonder how.
Anyways, we did a big show last night. We did a big show tonight. We got Joe Riggs next Wednesday. We have Tom. Do we have Tom Schoaf next week?
We do. We have Tom Schoaf. Let me check the calendar, my friend. The calendar is here. Yeah, guys, my wife said, wow, you and Kyle have a shared calendar together. We don't even have a shared calendar together. And I was like, well, maybe we'll get married one day. I don't know.
Yeah, a couple of philanthropists.
Yeah, we got Joe Riggs on Wednesday, and we have Tom Schoaf on Thursday. And then we have a few others in the works. So stay tuned because we're always going to bring the heat.
Yeah. So, You know how we do. We always bring the heat. We always bring a decent, a really good guest list. And to have Joe Riggs come on is a tough task in its own right, because we try to get him on in the past, and he's not much of a social media do these kind of things guy. So
it's not easy to get in touch with these people sometimes.
And
we try.
And Kevin Smith, like Kevin Smith said, Tom Shove is such a badass guy. Yeah, so Tom Shove will be on Thursday, Joe Riggs on Wednesday, and we're gonna stack those two shows with a few other fighters in the meantime. But with that said, Robbie Lawler, Valentina Shevchenko, and I say Alexander Volkanovski. Fuck you, Mike.
Yeah, he'll probably win, but I don't. I think that we might see an upset here.
Yeah,
hopefully.
And everybody tune in next Wednesday. With that said, we love you guys all for tuning in back-to-back nights like you always do. Peace.